Hey, it's Norm MacDonald. It's my first time doing Howard's show on Sirius. I go back to the terrestrial days, but I'm looking forward to it because you can say the H word.
You need that for your repertoire?
Yeah.
All right, man. Good luck.
H-E double hockey sticks.
No, you can just go ahead and say it.
I know, you can say it right. Can I say it right out?
Go for it.
Hell.
All right.
Looking forward to saying hi to Norm MacDonald.
There's Norm. Hey, Norm, long time no see. Good to see you.
You too, baby.
Hey, man. Hey, Norm. Hey, it's good to see you. Here, wait, let me put on my jacket for this big interview.
Oh, really? You have to put on a jacket?
Well, Norm is wearing a jacket, and I'm going to wear a jacket.
Oh, I see.
That's what I'm going to do.
Just asked me where I got this jacket.
What was that?
Yeah, put on his microphone.
Isn't there a mic?
Yell,
Hey,
yeah.
now there's a mic. Now you're on. I'm sorry.
Where is the mic?
It's
in
on
your headphones. It's on your headset.
Oh, it is?
How's that?
On my cans?
On your cans. You've got great cans.
It's like Howard Cosell.
Hey, listen.
Yes.
Artie was just asking me where I got this jacket, and it just occurred to me, you gave me this motherfucker.
Did I? For what occasion?
I asked you if I could have it.
Is that a Howard Stern jacket?
No, it's called Lugs.
Oh,
L-U-G-Z.
yeah. That's right. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Hey, you like that jacket? You want another one? Is that what you're looking for?
Is that why you're here?
Norm, I got to ask you.
I sit down, I can't see Artie.
Sit down.
That's why he does that.
Norm, where have you been? That's the main question everyone wants me to ask you.
Are you still working?
Yeah.
No.
He's in movie jail.
I can't tell you how many conversations I've had. You know I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you how many conversations I've had with various people, friends and things like that, who are fans as well.
Uh-huh.
And we go, like, whatever happened to Norm? Like, Norm just kind of like, you kind of went off.
Yeah.
After your divorce, maybe that's what triggered it or whatever.
What?
And
He had a couple of TV shows. You knew where he was then.
You had the Norm show. You had the movie you did with Artie.
Yeah.
Everything with Artie.
Yeah.
And but it was almost like you went off and became an actuary or something. Like
What's that word?
Yeah, did you change careers?
What's an actuary?
The guy who does the tables on life expectancy for the insurance companies.
Yeah, you couldn't be more wrong.
Did you retire, or did you retire? Did you think of getting out of the business?
When I was with the actuary business?
No, really, what happened to you? Where have you been?
What do you mean, really? You fucking brought up actuary.
No, it's like you're hiding.
And then you're acting like I brought it up.
Why would you bring up a word no one knows what it is?
Yeah, exactly. Why would you?
Why'd you do that?
You did that.
Oh, I did that?
You just said actuary.
I did do that. I would never do that. I always relate to the people.
Everything.
No, but Norm, please don't bring up the word actuary. I want to know what is
Edward G. Robinson in Double Indemnity was an actuary.
An actuary.
Isn't that right, Artie?
Listen to me, Norm. Artie's eating, please.
Yeah, don't interrupt.
Don't interrupt. This is his time to eat. Would you say that you did take a sort of a look at your career and just said, "Hey, I want to back off for a while and just
reinventing yourself?"
Yeah. What's going on, really?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm doing what I always do. I do what I always
do. You do your
stand-up.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, you stopped doing like Letterman. I didn't see you anywhere for a while.
Well, if I'm in New York, but I'm never in New York.
So
I just do stand-up, right?
Right.
And then sometimes they'll offer me stuff that I'm no good at.
Right.
And then I do that.
Right. All right. So you're out there. You say you are doing
Then I go
thing.
back to doing my stand-up.
You know, Gary told me he had a conversation with you in the green room.
Yeah, we had a fucking good one.
Let me see if I can recreate some of that because it sounded interesting to me. He said that you guys started a conversation about some of the guys you did Saturday Night Live with. Spade.
Yeah.
Sandler.
Yeah.
Chris Rock. These kind of guys.
Right.
Are you still in touch with them? And you said, yeah, I'm friendly with them.
Yeah.
But you feel like you can't pick up the phone and call them.
No, yeah. No, there's an interesting dynamic that happens when a guy becomes way more successful and powerful than you are.
Right.
Which is, I don't want to phone out. I love Sandler. I talk to him a lot, but I try to limit it because he gets bugged a lot, you know? He gets
people want things from him.
Yeah, people want things from him, so I don't want anything from him. But when I'm talking to him, I feel like he might think I want something from him or something like that.
Right. You're so aware of others' feelings.
Now you're killing him. What the hell are you doing?
I know he's going to slam me when he says some shit like that.
Norm, you just snotted all over yourself.
I can fucking see that one coming.
In other words,
You motherfucker.
in other words, you're so in tune.
That's not what I'm saying.
Yes. You're bragging, aren't you? Now, you're saying...
Now, Norm, if there's one thing about Norm is he's very in touch with other people's feelings.
Norm,
I've never seen a reaction like that in here.
Norm, what you're saying, you just vomited on yourself, and you blew snot out of your nose. Norm,
There goes that mic.
what I'm trying to say is,
Yeah.
you worry that you'll not be perceived the right way. In other words, you're concerned that you don't want to call up Sandler and say, hey, how you doing? Because he's going to think you want something from him.
I have a very good friendship with Adam, so
Right.
I don't want to affect that friendship badly
Right.
by giving the what do they call it, like politicians, the perception of impropriety.
Right. So
As if I'm looking for something.
So
Fact is, I don't give a fuck if I'm ever in a movie ever.
you don't care about the movies. You did your movie. When you got out of Saturday Night Live, you did the movie Dirty Work. That experience didn't turn you on at all.
I love Dirty Work.
You love doing that.
I think that was a great fucking movie.
Right. So you
What do you
think,
mean right? Why say right? I thought you didn't like it.
I never saw it.
Well, what the fuck are you talking
He
about?
saw
No,
Don Rickles.
I'm saying that you love the experience. Why don't you do it again?
Well, because nobody...
It's hard to take a guy seriously after you see boogers flying out of
Wait,
his
is there
nose.
snot coming
No,
out?
no,
of
no,
my
no,
nose?
you're
Anymore.
fine. Now you're fine.
You cleaned up okay.
You look
So you're
great.
going to show that in slow motion and shit?
I love it.
It'd be animated.
Yeah. So I understand what you're saying, that there are certain guys. Are there guys who call you all the time and bug you? Are there people who want things from you because you are at the top of the comedy community?
I'm not at the top of
You're
the
not.
comedy community at all.
How long is your set when you go out and do a show? Now, like Chris Rock, he was in here yesterday. He says, I'm going to see the Norm MacDonald show on Saturday night at Caroline's. He's making a whole night of it.
Yeah.
He can't wait to go. Will that make you nervous to know that Chris is in the audience?
No.
That doesn't. You're so seasoned at this thing, you know what to do.
Nah, I just don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. I don't care if I bomb or kill. Nothing
You don't.
matters to me.
It doesn't matter to you, but this is your career. This is the chosen path you've gone down. What do you mean it doesn't matter to you? Of course it matters. I'm
How
not
could
buying
it
into
not
that.
matter?
You love when you do well on stage. And
No, I don't. Who told you that?
you don't you care that when you do a show that people are into it and
No, I
enjoy
couldn't give a
themselves?
fuck.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I can actually attest to that. When I used to open for him, and if it didn't go well, he
Isn't
thinks,
that a defense mechanism, my
well,
friends?
he thinks it's funnier if they
I
don't
do
laugh.
think if it's bombs, I think it's pretty fucking funny.
You like to bomb.
I don't like to. I'm saying it's funny.
When do you bomb? What happens? You mean your
Let's
material?
put it to you this way, right? You go in front of a group of people and try to make them laugh.
Right.
Try your hardest to make them laugh.
Right.
And then they don't laugh. That's funny.
You're not doing the specific thing you're there to do.
Exactly.
That is
Not
funny.
only that, but it's also funny that you go there to make them laugh. You're trying to make their life better. You're failing, so they hate your fucking guts.
And you see the humor in that.
I see humor in that. Like, it's not like you're up there trying to make them not laugh. You're trying to do your best to please them.
But don't you stay?
It's like if you told a joke to your dad and he kicked you.
But don't you stay at home a certain amount of hours a day and write and come up with this material that you do on stage? I mean, you put time and effort into it. You don't? It's the same act from 100 years ago?
No, I do. No, I think I have about 8 hours of material.
8 hours of material. So you're always writing new material.
Well, I thought you meant write on a piece of paper.
I don't know. How do you? What's the process when you
You
make
just think it up in your head and then you say.
Is that
You don't
how
have it written anywhere?
If you're afraid you're going to forget it, you put it on a napkin. You put like Brezhnev or whatever.
No, but let's say you have a great
He
joke.
does a lot
about-
of
let's
current
say
stuff.
you're a big McCain guy, right? So, like, let's say you have a joke about
I'm
Obama.
a big McCain guy.
I heard you were supporting John McCain.
Jesus, where the fuck do you get your information?
Is that wrong?
Steve Langford?
Yes. where, are you not supporting John McCain? Are you an Obama guy? Is that what's going on?
Well, I'm afraid of this Sarah Palin lady.
You don't like her.
No, sir.
Why don't you like her? I would think you.
Fundamentalist Christian.
That scares the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Yet you're a pro-life guy. You're way into all that kind of stuff.
When did he get to be pro-life?
I know this about Norm.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. I thought on Bill O'Reilly you said that you support McCain.
I said I agree with him on pro-life. Yeah.
You do. You agree with him on pro-life, but you're not a McCain supporter.
No, right now, if I had to vote tomorrow,
Yeah.
and I had American citizenship,
Yeah, that's right. You're not even American. Why am I bothering you? Yeah, right. But no one knows
I
that
would
you
vote
are.
for Obama.
You would. You like him.
I don't like anybody. I don't like any of them. But
Are you an angry man?
no. I said I don't like politicians.
Do you like people? Are you a people person? Do you like to hang out?
Yeah, I
He
love
is?
Norm will
people.
go to the mall and
And shoot people?
go over to Orange Julius.
No, this is what I like to do.
Are you a recluse?
Yes,
You are.
I would say that.
Would you say
almost agoraphobic.
Really? Do you spend most of your day in the house?
Yeah.
Do you still have a tremendous gambling problem?
No.
You do not. What happened? What changed?
Well,
I stopped hanging around.
no. As my son got
Older.
older, I realized that really the worst part of gambling is not the money you lose, but the time.
Right. So you're saying you wanted to spend more time with your son.
Because when I'm with my son, the time is so wonderful.
Is it wonderful?
It's beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, you're able to give to your son.
Am I able to?
What do you do with your son?
I play with him.
You do. How old
How
is he
old
now?
is this young man?
He's 15 years old.
15
You're
years
still
old.
playing with him.
Right.
You know, it's a funny thing.
Yeah.
When he was a very young boy, you know, when he was like 3, 4, or something like that, I would play games with him. You know, like we'd play basketball or something.
Sure.
And I'd let him win.
Right.
You know, and now he can beat me at everything. And so he's like, "Hey, man, I always beat you at everything." I said, "No, fuck, I used to let you win." You go, "Fuck," he doesn't believe it.
He always beat you.
Yeah, so he just thinks I'm some retard that can't beat a fucking infant.
He
He's
doesn't see.
tall. He's a tall kid.
Yeah,
He's playing basketball.
He's
you're
playing b-ball, baby.
You're not
It'd be
playing-
good to have him out there with Artie shoot and see how he does.
You're not playing poker at all? You're not playing, because you love to
Well,
play
you play the
high-stakes
friendly
poker.
games, right?
Come on.
I try not to.
Really?
I still play a little poker, I have to admit, but
Did you go to therapy for this? I mean, was there some sort of...
no. What do you think I'm you? I don't do that shit.
You don't need to do any of that. You won't talk to anyone, right? You're above that.
I don't do that.
You're too good for that shit, right, man? Right?
Why do you keep putting the phrase in that way?
What do you mean? What do you say? What?
I said I'm not good enough
yeah.
to.
You
No,
wouldn't
I'll
go-
tell you what. This is what happened with me with the psychiatrist once. I think this is why I don't do it anymore.
you did go to a psychiatrist.
When I was a young man, when I
Yes.
was like 17 or this trouble kid, and they sent me to a psychiatrist.
All right.
And I talked to the guy, and I talked to him twice, right?
Right.
Next week, he fucking commits suicide.
Is that true?
So it's in the paper. Then I'm reading about the guy's the worst fucking life ever. Like coke and yeah, you know. I mean, I shouldn't say the worst, but you know, just the worst fucking life. And I felt so bad because here I am yammering to him on his last week of life about my God, my mother. You know, so,
You were labeled as a troubled child? Is that true?
I was a bit troubled. when I was a kid.
What behaviors led to them labeling you? What were you doing?
The what?
But what behaviors led to them labeling you a troubled child? I mean, something must have happened to
were
commit
you
you to a
doing?
psychiatrist,
Well, it's
albeit a bad one, but nevertheless.
it was all happening in Canada, you know.
Canada.
you know,
You can't talk about it because it happened in Canada.
No, I'm
You
saying.
know what happens in Canada stays in Canada. But seriously, what led to
Hey, you
you?
want to hear a joke from my act?
Yes, I do.
He must have done something really bad.
No, it's about that whatever happened in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Go ahead. Yeah, I want to
You
hear
know
that.
that fucking whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah, I
You
heard of that. I heard that.
So actually, it doesn't really stay. Like you can't. It's not like you can kill a person and then leave Vegas and everything's cool. You know what I
Right.
mean? So what I did was I looked at that phrase. What it actually means is basically you can go to Vegas, fuck a prostitute, and then she will not tell your wife.
Right. That's
That's
exactly
exactly what they're saying.
it. You're saying
Not like those gossipy small town whores
you're
back
saying
to where you come from. I'm saying back at home, they're blabbermouths.
you're saying in other
They're
words.
sitting in the beauty parlor going, "Oh, you're married to Hank Johnson? I fucking shit on his face last night.
In other
It's a
words,
small world.
there are certain people who literally think they could go to Vegas and do anything they want and it will stay in Vegas. And they're completely wrong.
Of course.
And they should be more literal in the translation of what happens in Vegas.
Yes, they should say,
Because
yeah.
some people are dumb. They don't get it.
They don't know.
No. You're saying the slogan should be, if you fuck a whore in Vegas, your wife won't find out. That's it.
Right. They're
Okay,
very
got it.
discreet.
Yeah, I like that act. That's what you're going to be doing at Caroline's? I would go see that.
That's a joke.
I like that joke.
But
You like
why
that one?
were you labeled a troubled child?
Yeah. What happened that specifically sent you to the psychiatrist?
Oh, no, everybody goes, you go.
No, when I was 17, they didn't send me to a psychiatrist. My father looked at me, raised his fist, and said, "Here's your psychiatrist." He was a good dad. You must have acted out in some way. Did you get arrested?
You've gone to psychiatrist.
Oh, I'm in there 4 days a week now.
Well, what the fuck are you asking me? Why?
I'm asking you at 17, what led them to put you in you said you were a troubled child.
How old are you?
Right now, 54.
And you're going to a psychiatrist 4 days a week?
3 days now.
3
I'm down to
days a
3
week?
Yeah.
I'm 17. I go one fucking time. I'm the guy that's fucked up?
All right, listen.
You got to give your head a shake.
Listen, I was shocked.
Hey, what do you think of that, man? I was thinking of using that as my
Tagline?
tagline,
Yeah.
for a comedy.
I like it.
Hey, give your head a shake.
Like the guy who says hamburger at the end.
You know that?
There's a
the
guy out-
funniest
did you ever hear that guy?
motherfucker ever.
No.
There's a black guy. His entire act at the end, he goes hamburger.
Just like that.
Yeah,
that's
it doesn't-
that's his line.
But it's funny.
It is funny,
It works.
actually.
So what is now your new
No
line?
matter what he says.
And what's your
so
new
you
one?
go, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Hamburger.
And at first you hate it, but like 5 minutes in, you're laughing your ass off.
You like it.
Wears a big cowboy hat.
Yeah, hamburger.
Do you?
He's got a lot of gimmicks going on at once.
You don't miss the movies. You don't miss Saturday Night Live. You do miss
I miss
Saturday.
Saturday Night Live, yeah.
You do.
Yeah. I love the Saturday Night Live.
Chevy Chase was in here recently. He didn't say it on my show, but I read it somewhere. He said the only guy who ever did the news right since I left was Norm MacDonald. Did you know
Really?
that? Did you know he
Yeah,
said that?
I heard that.
Oh, you did hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
I heard you have that framed on your wall. Is that true?
No, I
It is not true. Okay. You don't give a fuck what anyone says.
Chevy Chase didn't remember me.
Oh, no, are you kidding?
I swear to God.
We shot pool and shit.
I know. Well, I mean, listen, you know. He remembered you. He didn't remember
Chevy
me.
remembers you. He doesn't remember working with Artie. No.
He got up and he said, "Nice to meet you."
Artie said we worked together. He goes, really? When?
Yeah, what film?
What film was that? The midget film?
I said, "Dirty Work."
You know what happened with Chevy when he was on? Because he was having trouble with you, because you would phone him and wake him up and all that shit.
We
Yeah.
were not friends back then.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
told him,
right.
I said, Chevy, fucking phone Howard, and just, if you like him, he'll like you, it's over.
That's it. And now we're friends. We're the best
Yeah,
of
there you
friends
go.
now. That's how it works.
That's good.
So anyway, I was shocked.
Because remember he said he was at a Yankees game, and a guy came up and called his daughter a cunt.
That's right.
Yeah, actually, he spoke about you quite a bit there.
Right, I'm sure. Listen to me, Norm.
You don't age, man. You look good.
I look good? Thank you. And you look good.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah, you look real
You're
good.
good, man.
You put on a little weight, but it looks
Yeah.
good on you. You look
No,
a little, you work it
bigger.
out?
No, it's just fat.
You're fat now?
Well, it's like, but it's proportion. No, I got abs and shit.
You listen, I always talk about Norm being a good-looking guy. He always got he's quietly
He
going
scored
back.
some-
He scored some big ones. Who is it I heard you had? Can I mention someone I heard that you had sex with?
I don't know.
I'll tell you the name. You can confirm, deny, or not even comment. Oh, somebody said you once had sex with the porn star, Savannah Sampson. Ooh. Is that true or false?
I never even heard of her.
Never heard of her, so you never had her.
I never heard of her, so
I would like to have sex with her.
No, I've never had sex with a porn
She's my
star.
favorite porn star.
Yeah, but when you worry about...
You would never.
This is what I would worry about.
Go ahead.
Because I remember when Pamela Anderson was on Saturday Night Live, hey, man, you got to go for that and stuff. I wouldn't want to, after... Tommy Lee and who's the other dude?
That's right. Kid Rock.
Kid
Tommy Lee.
Rock.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to pull out my measly cock, What the fuck am I? What, am I crazy? I'm not stupid.
But you also worry about diseases and things like that, right? I mean, you're pretty careful. You wear rubber when you're with the women, or do you go wild and just say, fuck it, I'm gonna have sex without a rubber? Do you ever, what do you do?
When I'm making love
Do you
to
ever
a
yell out
lady?
hamburger?
Yeah, after he comes, he says hamburger.
Hamburger. Well, seriously, how is your sex life, by the way? Because you're single now a long time. We don't see you in the tabloids. We don't see you with any broads, any women, nothing. Are you into a commitment? Are you into any kind of committed relationship?
No.
Nothing. Those days are over.
Mostly I just whack off.
You whack off mostly?
Almost only, yeah.
You don't go out on dates?
No, I much prefer whacking off.
See, I always thought you'd be the kind of guy because you like to be home. You're a recluse.
He'd get a wife or something.
Not a wife, maybe a tight girlfriend. Someone.
The whacking off's better.
Yeah, you really feel that way.
Yeah, because my imagination's better than any fucking reality.
Are you being serious with me?
I'm being dead serious.
When's the last time you had a girlfriend?
I don't think I've ever had a girlfriend. I had a wife. I guess she was my girlfriend before I married.
Right, and after the wife,
that was it?
That was it. You realized I'm a different guy than I thought I was. I'm really a loner.
Yeah.
You're a loner.
Yeah.
Do you get lonely?
No.
I was shocked that you went on Adam's show, Adam Carolla, and you said, Howard, more or less, it seemed like you kind of said that I'm responsible for Artie's heroin abuse.
He almost said you're killing Artie.
Yeah, and you said that.
What did you say again? Wait, stop.
I thought you were on Adam's show. I could play the tape, but I don't need to unless you want to refresh your memory. They played me the tape. You kind of said Howard is the cause, and that I even
on Adam
Carolla's show. You said I was
talking about Artie. I brought up Artie.
Yeah, you brought up Artie.
I didn't. He did.
He did.
Out of the blue.
But I somehow got slammed, and you said I was shocked to hear this. That you felt that I was somehow enabling, and you even said that I killed Hank the Angry Dwarf, where I was saying to Doug Goodstein, why don't you come in and talk about how many times we had him committed?
You know what? You're right. You're right. I did say that.
Yeah.
And I apologize for that because that's not true. That's a terrible thing I said.
I felt horrible that you would say that about me.
No, I do remember saying
Hank. Were you joking or what?
No, I wasn't joking. But
you believed it at the time.
No, the Hank the Angry Dwarf thing, I don't believe. I don't know. I don't know why I said that. I mean, that was wrong of me because first of all, I didn't know shit about what I was talking about, anyways. Right. But no, the Artie thing.
Explain it to me, because if there's something I could be doing, I want to know what I can do. Maybe you got information.
I'm not Dr. Drew. I don't know. But
you seem to know that day.
Yeah, you were very full of yourself.
Well, sometimes you're on the fucking radio and you say stuff.
You guys know I'm sitting here.
No, but I take this. Artie, pretend you're not here for a minute. Eat something.
All right.
I love
It's funny
Artie.
you think it's your problem, not Artie's problem.
Well, this is what you said.
No.
Because I really want an explanation of this. It was very hurtful. And it even got me thinking. I said, Norm's a bright guy. I like you. And I said, gee, if Norm thinks that of me, I have to really sit down and examine myself. And I even went to my psychiatrist. I talked about it. I said, gee, Norm said these horrible things about me.
Did you talk to your psychiatrist?
I did.
Wait a minute. You said Norm?
Norm. And he goes, who the fuck is Norm? That guy, I haven't seen him since Dirty Work.
Norm. Who's he?
I took 3 sessions up on Norm. What do you mean about Artie? All right, you apologize about Hank. I'm really, Hank, we tried so desperately to get this guy in hospitals.
Don't drink.
No, I believe you.
We really were.
I honestly
Do you remember that appearance?
But do you remember?
That on
you remember that?
Yeah,
so I felt bad after I heard that, because I do love Artie, and I would do anything to see Artie stop the negative behavior. I've talked to Artie privately about it. I mean, I don't want to be some guy who jams it down his throat and all that kind of stuff, but you seem to feel that I'm enabling or encouraging the behavior, and I'm not.
I don't remember hearing. I said the Stern Show.
Yes. You feel it's Robin who's doing most of it.
No, but I'm saying that the show is a creation.
Yes.
That's very real. That's very. It's at its most interesting when the guest is at his most honest.
Yes, that's true.
Artie is probably as honest as you're going to find.
Yes, he's terrific.
And as provocative as you're going to find.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So then there at 4, that makes the show hugely entertaining.
That is true.
And isn't that what you're going for?
Well, I'm always into honesty, but I mean...
But how is that enabling him or encouraging him to do destructive things?
Well, I don't know. For instance, let me ask you this.
I don't think you know either.
Let me ask you
I don't think anyone knows.
No.
I just,
Let me ask you this.
I put it out there, and
but everyone blames me.
No, I'm not blaming, but I'm saying when Artie threw the thing at Teddy and shit, right?
Right.
Then you didn't play it again for the rest of the day.
That's right. I didn't.
Why didn't you play it?
I didn't play it because Artie was so distraught and the emotions were so real that I felt that Artie was in a state that I didn't even know. We hadn't even talked afterwards. He left. And I felt that by replaying it, Artie could. You have to put it in perspective. I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know if Artie was going to go put a bullet in his own head because he was so upset that he did that. And I felt like
by the way, Teddy has apologized.
Then when you put it on demand and promo the hell out of it.
Because I spoke to Artie and we talked over the weekend, and Artie was going to leave the show. And some private things happened between myself and Artie, and which we have never gone into on the air. It's off the air private stuff.
Yeah.
And I felt, in all seriousness, and Artie felt, we made the decision together that we could go on. Artie wanted the audience to see that, but Artie has changed his behavior a lot and has really thought that whole experience through. So in all seriousness, hamburger. In all seriousness, I...
Honestly, Teddy has apologized for forcing me to do that.
Yeah. we determined, Artie and I determined it was Teddy's fault somehow.
So it was okay to screen.
Yeah.
No, so you're in a
saying.
conflicted place where you...
I love Artie.
Yes.
And I know,
believe me, I listen to the show, and I know that you guys love each other.
Yes,
I can see it. So.
I don't know if he loves me. He told me I'm not his bro, but I love him.
I apologize like Norm apologized for him.
So what are we really saying now?
Well, listen, Chris, because every guest has to comment on this.
I think that Norm has disavowed everything he said on Adam Carolla.
Yeah.
No, I disavowed the thing about Hank the Angry Dwarf.
But you backtracked and you now say, no, I don't think you're at fault.
What about Adam Carolla?
I never said
Artie?
that.
I think he was saying that.
Exactly what I'm saying.
It's hard to, I put all that out there, and now it's such part of the fabric of the show. It's hard for me to get off that roller coaster. You're not asking me to do it.
Interesting.
You're not asking me to do it.
No.
But I feel like it becomes entertaining, and I feel like it's necessary, not from any orders, but just that, it feeds itself.
Listen, I hired Artie on our show. You're the reason
You're
Artie's
the
here.
reason we know this stuff about Artie.
And when Artie was hired on the show, Artie wasn't doing any of this shit. I hired him because he's a funny guy.
He's hilarious.
He's hilarious. He can talk about
this.
And he's
introduction to Artie. Norm pushed him forward because he didn't want to talk about Al McPherson and said, does cocaine.
Right, yeah.
I didn't say he
started.
did cocaine.
Yeah.
I didn't say he did cocaine at the time. This was a thing in the past.
But if
Artie had been backstage on coke, I would have brought him out and go, hey, look, Artie's on coke.
It had happened 2 weeks before.
So in other words, after this 10 minutes has gone by of this discussion about Artie, no one knows anything, right? We don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. No one has anything.
Well, I guess no one really knows what to do.
No.
I mean, but I don't know. I said things probably emotionally in that.
Well, you worried
I was very emotional at this fucking roast that I had to do.
Oh, yeah.
Because Artie, I thought he was dead. I didn't fucking know. I thought they were telling us, I thought they wanted to do their roast so bad that they weren't going to tell us a guy was dead. Which that's what I thought. It's
just believable.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The show does have to go on, Norm. You know that.
That's not what I've heard.
Yeah.
I felt bad.
I've heard the show doesn't necessarily have to go on.
That's in Canada. That's why show business in Canada is going nowhere. The show doesn't go on over there. Everything upsets them.
So I think me and Saget were talking a lot, and we got very depressed that night after the roast.
I see, okay.
And we talked about Artie a lot, and and then I never expected Adam to bring that up. I should have phoned you guys. I should have phoned Artie. You shouldn't fucking say things about...
No, I just was concerned that you thought that of me. Norm MacDonald has agreed to go to Caroline's on Broadway in Manhattan tonight through Saturday. Yeah. This is you're upset about the Carolines?
Huh?
You like going to Caroline's, or you're upset about it? You don't even really want to go to Caroline's, do you? You're not that thrilled.
No, what are you fucking talking about?
Is it good money?
This is what happened.
No, go ahead.
I took the red eye last night.
Yes.
I just got in, right?
Just now.
Yeah.
Right.
But I took a sleeping pill so I could sleep on the
plane.
What the fuck is she doing, a Sudoku or something?
She prepares the news.
She just does that?
Yeah. I'm listening to you. You were on the plane. You were asleep on the plane.
No, I wasn't asleep. I took a sleeping pill and did not go to sleep.
Oh.
Did not fall asleep.
So you're messed up now.
Pardon me?
You're messed up now?
What are you talking about?
Are you messed up from the pill? The pill that you took, did that mess you up?
You're tired.
I'm just tired.
You're tired.
I didn't sleep, and I took a sleeping pill.
Okay.
So you don't. So I would take another 8 sleeping pills. But
what are you going to do?
I hit the stage at Caroline's in about 14 hours after I do these other 10 shows on your network.
Artie,
anyone watch these things?
What shows are you going to be doing?
He's doing shows that I told him yell out the window. There'll be more listeners.
Let me hear what you're doing.
Maxim Radio with Stretch.
Oh, Stretch.
Does he have another show?
I don't know. Yes.
Comedy by Request.
Oh.
Getting Late. I don't know. But all I know is it ends at 5.
Wow.
Oh, you're going to be here all day.
Now,
Brewer Unleashed.
A Brewer. You know
That's a
Brewer,
good
Jim
one.
Brewer.
But he's not here.
Oh, he's not? He doesn't do the show from
I
here?
think he's doing it. I think he didn't come in. He's doing it from his house.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. He didn't even come in to see you, Brewer.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought I got to do it from my house.
I thought Mad Dog Unleashed was...
Oh, Unleashed you do. Mad Dog
No,
Unleashed.
but Brewer
No,
Unleashed. He just
Brewer.
reminded me, Brewer has the same name
Brewer,
as Mad.
you mean Mad Dog took Brewer's name, Unleashed?
It's Unleashed.
It's Brewer Unleashed. That's
How can we have that? How can we
Everything's Unleashed on Sirius.
Yeah, no.
They all stole it from that Byron Allen.
have... He was Unleashed.
He had comics Unleashed.
You're right. I remember he was Unleashed, too. All these guys are Unleashed.
I went on Byron Allen's Comics Unleashed.
Yes. How was that experience?
Well, first of all, you couldn't be more leashed. But he would
When was he ever unleashed?
do the craziest fucking segues ever. Like, you know, he just asked you for some bits from your fucking act, right?
Right.
So then he talked to one guy. I had to follow fucking Schimmel, right? So he's not a good guy to open with. So Byron Allen's like, so, Robert, I understand you have cancer. You know, that's his fucking opening. So Schimmel's like, yeah, I have cancer and I'm fucking the girl that...
Right.
boyfriend, and then he turns to me and goes, and Norm, you got a dog.
Sounds like you guys were unleashed that night. You really were laying it all
But
out.
the funniest thing I heard him say is, he said, because, you know, he just gets the jokes beforehand and then tries to think of a question. So he had John Lovitz on, and he said, now, John, I understand you're getting older.
That didn't happen.
That did happen.
I got to have a tape
I swear
of
to
that.
God, that happened.
John, I understand you're getting older. Had a joke on aging. Wow.
That's like I told Carmen Electra was on that show later. This is my favorite dumb chick moment of all time. Dumb hot chick. And the girl said to her, it was one of those, that black chick who hosted that show for a while.
Aisha Tyler?
Yeah, that was her. So she says, Carmen, what's the one thing you can't live without? And she said, she thought for like 30 seconds and she said food.
Well, she answered it properly.
So you're
That's
a
true.
human. So you're a human
It's got to be
being.
either oxygen or food, right? What else is there? Let's take a couple of phone calls for the great Norm MacDonald. We haven't seen him in years.
I know, it's so nice. You know, last time I came up here was with Artie when we were looking around the studios. You were showing me the new studios.
Right, yeah. You're talking about a couple of years already.
Yeah.
You're busy. Listen, what can I say? What do you think of these comedians? Like Dave Chappelle stays on stage sometimes 8, 9, 10 hours.
Yeah, I know. They have Dane Cook in L.A. They have this contest now.
Yeah.
Who can stay on stage the longest?
Isn't that ridiculous? I mean, doesn't that...
Well, it's kind of... The audience is really the people that should get the prize.
Exactly. I know. I mean, that you can get even the best comedian. You would get fatigued after a while hearing that much
Anybody
comedy.
I mean, if you can kill for it, should be, you know, if you go 5 minutes without a laugh, you lose or something. But otherwise, it's just talking to a mic.
Do you ever get up on stage and think about the absurdity of it all? Do you ever sit there and you're in the middle of your act and you go, like, what is my job? I'm standing here in front of a bunch of people and they're waiting for me to make them laugh. Isn't that the craziest profession in the world when you think about it? I mean, isn't that does it ever drive you insane? Do you ever wish you did something else?
Well, I did manual labor before, and I liked that a lot.
I was a dishwasher. I loved it.
Really? Yeah.
But the pay was shitty.
The pay's shit, but somehow I always had money. I don't know why.
You yearn for those
I don't
days.
got no money now.
All right, Ralph, you're first up in Jersey. Go ahead.
Ralph.
Norm.
How you doing, baby?
Good, man. Hey, first of all, Norm's a great stand-up. I highly recommend his show. I've gone a couple of times. It's really good.
All right.
And I'm not going to repeat anything that Norm and we've talked off the air about Artie, and I don't think you're being 100% honest there, Norm. I think you know that there's some things you said. I don't think that you're saying that Howard's responsible for Artie's behavior, but the show just encourages it.
Yeah, of course.
Well, that's what he just said.
And there's no, and then there's no consequences, and that's where I think so. Like, Like, Artie falls asleep. What job could you fall asleep at?
Well, Ralph brings up a good point, because every guest has to talk about this now, I think. Chris Rock said that, Howard should fire me. That's what he said. It is because if I didn't have money, I wouldn't be able to.
Well, if you weren't so funny, you would be fired. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Do you recommend that I fire Artie?
You get away with it because you're so funny.
But if Chris Rock said that, he's incorrect.
That's not the right move.
If
fire
there is a job that you can fall asleep at.
Sure.
Because Artie falls asleep.
That's right.
Guy's sitting right there.
Let's go to Debbie. Debbie needs to speak to you, Norm. Go ahead.
Hey, Norm.
Hi,
I was wondering what you think about Artie always complaining about the movie Dirty Work, because I think it's hilarious. And in his DVD, he gives people money back if they paid for it.
Yeah, no, that's funny. No, it's funny because Dirty Work is a movie that's just how can I put it? It's just bad.
It's hilarious.
I know it is a funny movie. I can't apologize for it.
Chevy Chase was in it, and he said that unfortunately he was disappointed because it was really like an R-rated script, and then the studios got a hold of it and cut out a lot of funny stuff.
The studios.
Why does Artie apologize for it?
Yeah, well,
no, I mean, I love the movie too, but it's a movie that's fun to make. Listen, the kid at my shows, they have 50 DVDs, and they asked me to sign it on stage, so I thought of a joke for it.
Did the movie make any money?
No,
it did not make any money.
But the funny thing was, Chevy's right, because I remember the fucking there's that guy Greg. Remember? There's a guy from the MGM, So the movie was pretty fucking dirty, I thought, and they kept going, "Nah, this is a PG movie," And we're like, "Really? Like, it seems like an R movie. We're saying a lot of dirty stuff in here, and we're doing dirty things." And no, man, that's fine. So we didn't do any retakes or anything, like a clean version,
Right.
Then they gave it to the MPAA for notes, and they gave the script back with no notes. Usually they make little notes.
Sure.
They said, "What are you fucking guys crazy?" They didn't even fucking dignify with a single note because the whole thing was so dirty. Was so obviously an R movie.
Wow.
So then we didn't have any fucking backups. We had to cut scenes. We had to do retarded looping that looked like nothing.
I would like to see the original version. Artie does that joke. He says, "If anyone didn't like Dirty Work, I'll return your money." He's already returned $90 million. The guy's bankrupt.
No, you know what it is?
That's very flawed.
Yeah, Ralph.
Howard. Yes. How could the movie be a failure if you returned $90 million?
But it wasn't logical what I just said. Ralph, go ahead.
So I'm at dinner with Norm once, or lunch or something. We're at a big table, like all these people sitting around, and Norm puts his hand on my leg, not rubbing my leg or anything, just puts his hand on my leg. And I don't know, like it was weird, but Norm's a weird guy. I don't know, maybe he was fucked up. I don't know. His hand was just like on my leg.
You didn't knock it away, did you?
And then 5 minutes later, Norm goes, "Hey, Ralph is a fag. I've had my hand on his leg and he hasn't moved."
That's how I test people.
You test them.
I
so
test
you believe
people.
Ralph is gay?
I test people to find out if they're fags, and that's one of my tests. Can you imagine letting a fucking dude grab your leg for 5 minutes?
You mean Ralph didn't say anything?
Not a fucking word.
Ralph, you're gay.
Aren't you the fag for grabbing my leg?
No, he's testing you.
Test.
Norm, you are a genius. I really mean that. You might be the greatest genius of all time. You were the only one who figured out that Ralph really is gay. Why wouldn't you make Ralph? Why wouldn't you make Norm remove his hand?
Yeah, say, what are you doing?
What?
I don't know. I found it funny. I didn't know.
And if he grabbed your cock, would that have been funny?
I've been giving Ralph a hand job for 20 minutes.
That was later.
Norm, you are a genius.
He laughed.
I love that.
Norm blew me too, but
I like how it becomes the other guy now.
Let's go to Nick. Thank you, Ralph.
That's why I test if guys are fat.
All right. Have you tested anyone else as a fag, or is that the only?
He tried it the first day in Dirty Work. I fucking punched him in the face.
Yeah, you see, you knew he wasn't a fag.
No, I knew he was a fag. He overreacted.
Everybody's gay.
I patted him on his shoulder. That's all.
You must think I'm super
fucking clocked
heterosexual.
me.
You never tested me like that.
You ain't no fag.
That's right. Nick, go ahead. You're on.
Howard, I just wanted to say that this is the funniest interview. I'm literally pissing my pants. Norm is
terrific.
Right on point, and He's the funniest son of a bitch that's ever taken a sip of water, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, then you'll want to go see him at Caroline's on Broadway.
Absolutely.
You better get over there.
So what's the plan?
I'm going to scampering right down there.
He has these old-timey expressions. I'll be scampering right down there. Why, that some bitch is the funniest thing since a glass of water.
You're a real piece of shit. You're so funny.
That's Norm MacDonald. He's the richest man in town.
Yeah!
Me and Norm used to talk about Norm. He used to say, like, after 2 years.
Off with a hunting knife there, buddy.
Yeah, well.
After 2 years of the Norm show, he was like, fuck, I got enough money, like, fuck being the richest guy in L.A. I got enough money to be the richest guy in, like, Spokane, Washington. And it's just like...
Because you go on the road, and the guy would drive you to the club. You'd be in some little town somewhere,
right.
And then the guy would be driving you past, and then you see this fucking huge palace with 8 cars, and they go, that's Roy Johnson's house, richest man in town. Why, that house costs over $100,000.
Wow. So the plan was, I got so much money from my sitcom.
Yeah, I'll just be the richest guy in this little place. That's Norm MacDonald lives there.
Do you miss?
Why, he fucked my daughter.
Do you miss the days of the sitcom? Do you miss that kind of money, that action? I mean, that was tremendous. I mean, you didn't have to do a whole lot, and you got a lot of money, right?
You got to do. That's a misconception. If you're the star of the show,
there's a lot for you to do.
As a supporting actor on a sitcom is literally stealing money.
You were stealing money.
Yes, but he had a lot.
Do you miss the sitcom?
Artie had a good job.
Did you miss the pay? Do you miss the going to the studio? It's exciting, right? You don't miss it.
No, I don't miss. I miss the people. That sounds like faggot. But I love Artie. I love Laurie Metcalf, and I love Max Wright. So
right. You don't call Artie that much, do you?
Well, I'd say about once a month.
Once a month, you guys speak on the phone?
We
it's
try
not awkward?
we try to talk.
Is it uncomfortable speaking to Artie now?
No, I wouldn't say it's uncomfortable. Sometimes you have to, be careful, what you say. It's like,
really?
He gets touchy, right?
No, I'm saying the same way that Letterman doesn't want to talk to you.
Oh, I see.
You got 4 hours to fill, so you got to sometimes be careful.
I see. Really?
Even though I have probably nothing of scandal.
I can't imagine what those conversations are. I just can't.
Unbelievable.
Well, look, you've done it all. You're Norm MacDonald. What's the plan for the rest of the day?
That's when you have nothing to say.
You're going to do the show.
Done it all.
You've done
You're
it all.
Norm MacDonald. That says my name. That's when you know the interview's coming to a halt. So what else?
Now, what is the game plan?
It says here you're Norm MacDonald.
What is the game plan for the rest of the day? You're going to do some shows at Sirius.
Yeah.
After you're done with those shows,
people in those seats.
you're going to take a nap.
I don't think I can take a nap. My hotel room's not ready. They said till 4 or 5.
You couldn't get the room the day before, and so
I should have. Yeah.
That might have worked out better for you.
Well, let me ask you. Artie says on the road he doesn't know what to do with himself. What do you do when you're on the road in some little town?
Yeah, what do you do?
Like, I only like the time that I'm on stage, because other than that, like...
what do you do when you have to kill time? Do you play chess?
Other than being a fucking other than the hour you're on stage, you're basically a fucking drifter.
Yeah, that's true.
So most of the time you're trying to find food, and these fucking towns think they're interesting, and so you go. This is what they find the most interesting. You go, hey, what is there to do in your fucking shit town? So then they go, you got to see the Galleria.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, I'm from L.A.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen Galleria.
A guy in Houston.
Last year, a guy shot everyone at the Galleria.
A guy in Houston told me that once. He said, first of all, it's a 400-pound guy. It was May in Houston. Like, the sweat was dripping off me. I had to think the club guy told me, take a cab. Like, I'll pay you for it. There's no car.
Right.
So I get in a cab in Houston. It's like 140 degrees. This guy's got a huge flannel shirt on. Hey. And he says hi. I say hi. He goes, you're a New Yorker, huh? And I'm like, well, I'm from there. And he goes, we got a place in town. It's just like Greenwich Village. And I said, really? And he says, yeah, but there's no fags. And I said, well, what is it? He goes, and he said, it's the Galleria. And I went, it was a mall.
With a hockey rink. It had a hockey rink.
But there were no fags.
Yeah,
he was right.
Yeah.
Listen. I put my hand on a bunch of guys' fucking legs. And they all said, what's your problem?
So you really have the same problem Artie does, in the sense that you have to kill a lot of time in your career.
Well,
that's crazy boredom.
But you never got into heroin or crack or any of this stuff that Artie does to kill time.
To kill time?
Yeah.
To kill me.
Is that the point?
Yeah,
just to kill some time?
You know, it's funny.
Well, that's what he's doing. He hates it. He kills time.
Wait a minute. I don't think he's doing it to kill time.
You're not a drug guy, though, are you?
Well, in a way, everything. You know, one time when I had the gambling fucking thing,
right.
I went to a psychiatrist, and he said, you're doing it to like avoid life.
Right.
So I was like, isn't that why you do every fucking thing there is? You know what I mean? Like, that's why you go to work and you get.
In a sense, that is life. Right.
Life is avoiding.
Was gambling your thing? Like, in other words, it took your mind off of all your issues and all that kind of stuff. It was your.
It's a complete escape, but then the thing that you do to escape your problem becomes the fucking problem.
I always worried about you because I always had a feeling you were always losing too. Like you weren't very good at gambling, but you would. You would constantly bet on the wrong
Gabe
teams.
Kaplan?
Yeah, Gabe Kaplan.
No.
You know, like
well, you can't win if you gamble.
Poker, not even. You can't win that.
You can win poker if you want to.
Yeah, but you never win.
No, I don't think you. I don't. It's a complicated thing, but I don't think gamblers want to win. I remember one time I heard Omar Sharif talking about it, and a couple times in my life I've been dead broke from gambling.
Right.
And he said this thing that I found like I related to because he said I lose $6 million. He was talking about the most money he lost. I don't know.
And God only knows how he got $6 million.
Yeah.
By the way, dead on impression.
I know, it's good, right?
Excellent, Omar Sharif, yes.
Look forward to Caroline.
But he was a big gambler, big bridge player.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So he says, one time I lose $6 million. He goes, I go across the street to a coffee shop and I get the coffee. I have $1 left. I get a coffee. He goes, I feel clean.
And
I understand what he means.
What does that mean?
Means when you lose everything, you're alive.
In other words, you don't feel alive unless there's some great tragedy.
No,
or something
it's not
big.
a tragedy to have nothing.
Right.
I mean, don't you feel like sometimes when you're building a house, you're just walling yourself into a mausoleum?
Right.
Well, if you don't have that house,
you're free.
You're free.
You're free.
Now,
of course, you'll freeze
what is the most? Do you ever sit down and figure out how much money you lost?
No.
Do you know what your biggest loss was?
No, I don't give a fuck about money.
You do too. You know what your biggest loss
you know what?
was.
Should we tell the story about my guy I hooked you up with? It's a long time ago. It's a long time ago now.
What's this one?
Fran?
No, shut up.
Hit the button.
Oh, we can't say who it is.
No, just no name.
I hit the button.
So
what happened?
I was a bad influence on Norm, I think, and maybe because when we met each other,
and I'm the enabler.
When you shoot when you shoot a buddy comedy like it was,
yes,
you go away with someone to a different city for like 2 months. It's like going away to camp. So you're either gonna hate the person or love them. And me and Norm became friends because we shared one vice, gambling. And I used to love gambling. And
I used to love. 2 days ago, he was gambling.
Right, right. Used to.
The first night I met Norm, the rehearsals, we went to a pool hall in Toronto, and I won $2,000 off him playing 9-ball.
That's right.
And he ended up paying me in Canadian money. It was like a wheelbarrow, like blue pieces of paper with a goose on it.
Yeah, they don't have presidents.
You have no respect for the Canadians.
That's when you bribe somebody in Canada, you're like, maybe this goose will change your mind.
And it really looks like Monopoly money. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do with this?
Right.
Back then when the dollar was good, it was like a wheelbarrow.
So what happened
was, we shot Dirty Work August into the fall, and Norm was still on Saturday Night Live. And I started, in lieu of other things, halfway through the shoot, I started phoning this kid I know who was a runner for a bookie. So I start calling this guy, and I'm making a lot of bets. And see, Norm wasn't gambling at the time. He was really into work. He was shooting the film, and he was going back to SNL. The last few weeks, he had to go do SNL.
All right,
and the movie,
he's busy.
Right. But I think because I was always with him talking on the phone, he sort of was like, yeah, you got a guy. And I said, yeah, I got a guy. He goes, can I have his number? Because I want to maybe start putting some bets in. So this bet that ruined me and Norm, because when we went on the road and I opened for Norm, and this is what we did. You talk about killing time. This was a problem. We got introduced to this thing called a lightning bet. Now, what a lightning bet is, say you know what the under-over is in a basketball game, the total amount of points the two teams score. So say it's 180.
Okay.
Right? If you lightning $1,000 on the over, when they hit 180, every fucking point they score after that, you win $1,000.
I like that.
So it's like sick.
Nice. That's free money.
It's sick. Every layup is $2,000. So like if it's at 180 when they go into overtime, every single basket's $2,000. It's insanity. But every point it's under 180, you lose 1,100 because of the vig.
Right.
Okay, so it's craziness.
Right.
It really is like
that's a dangerous bet.
Right. It's a dangerous bet.
It's a high stakes bet.
But it's the most exciting.
Not for me, because I couldn't lose.
Right. Well, it was.
You're a winner, right?
It was the most exciting type of gambling I've ever been
happened?
about. So Norm, a couple of weeks in a row, wins like $100,000.
Oh my God!
I mean, because he was. We were.
You're proud of that,
You know,
right?
we were doing.
I was on a hot streak.
He was, and you know what we were doing? We were betting on. It was the '98 NBA Finals. And we were betting on the Bulls and the Utah Jazz.
Right. Lowest.
So so Norm like 3 weeks in a row wins $100,000.
Wow.
And
you couldn't stop there, Norm, right? You couldn't say, I got a couple of hundred.
The guy.
I'm done.
Well, here's what happened. He gave it all.
I can buy the biggest house in Albuquerque and be that guy.
Here's what happened. He gave it all back, and then he was even again. Now Norm loses 3 weeks in a row.
Oh my God.
About the same amount of money. And Norm, being a good man, pays the guy off. Now, a couple of those weeks, I would win like $8,000, and we'd pick up the money from Norm. There'd be a shopping bag of hundreds. Like the kid I was going in with, the runner for the bookies, a kid I go up with. You know, I was like, he's like, I don't want to go into New York by myself. It's a lot of money. So we would go in, and he'd get the shopping bag of $100,000 from Norm, and we would drive to this like factory in Jersey, and he'd peel off my $8,000 that I wanted. Didn't even make a dent in the fucking.
How do you know Norm wants this on the air?
We were told. Well, he knows what I was
He
going to
likes
say.
it.
He knows.
Yeah.
This is a long time ago, man. He's a different guy.
Yeah.
So.
No, he's not.
Well, but listen to what happened, and this is why I don't talk to this kid anymore.
Right.
So Norm, being an honorable guy, pays off every week.
Right.
So now here comes the last game of the Utah Jazz versus the Bulls. Norm lightnings $1,000 on the over.
Okay.
On the under. That's right.
No, I went over. You went under. It was the
no. I bet the over. You bet the under because it was you won.
It was the lowest scoring.
Lowest scoring.
And you had
won.
the under.
The over. So it was the lowest scoring game.
Right, but
you had the under. You won.
Had the under. You
no,
won.
he had the over because it was the lowest scoring game.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. Well, I'm trying to figure. Right. Okay. Exactly. So I bet the under.
Right.
And he bet the over. Okay. $1,000. Now I only bet $200 a point, but Norm bet at that. So I had to deal with this. It was the lowest scoring game in the history of the NBA. The Jazz only scored like 45 points. Like Jordan just shut them down single-handedly. So I lost like $9,000 on the game at 200 points. But Norm won like $110,000.
Wow.
Okay. So now he's even with the guy who wins $110,000. So now Norm comes into New York. We're doing press for Dirty Work, and he's at this hotel, and I said, I'm going to go get the money, and I'll bring it to you. So I call the guy up, and the guy goes, listen, man, I'm sorry. Tell Norm I can't find the guy. And I said, what? He says, tell him I can't find the guy. The bookie just took off on me.
Wow.
So I said, first of all, now listen, you got to, like, I knew Norm for a little while. But I had just gotten the movie with Spade. I said to this guy, I said, listen, you're fucking me up here, man. This is a guy I work with. I said, Norm could easily call Spade and say, this jerk off is ripping me off. He's going to get, he could get me fired for the movie. You're fucking me here. He's a good friend of mine here. He paid you everything. First of all, what book you wouldn't want that paid? Wow. I had to go to the hotel. I had lost the $9,000 I lost, I gave to Norm.
That's right.
And I said, because I said I'm not going to give it to him. So I kept begging the kid, and he kept sticking. Like, obviously, Norm thinks, and I think, he was the bookie.
Yes.
Right.
We both think that, but yet we're not saying his name.
Right. For protecting him.
And but you see,
Norm, he can continue.
Norm,
We don't want our
So in other words, when you gave, so now that I hear this story, it's good you gave up gambling because
yes, it is.
Really it is because you can't teach your son these things.
My son's a good kid.
Right.
My son's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
But also, Artie keeps gambling with people he can't get paid for.
I know.
Well, no,
Artie was up 70 grand and couldn't get it.
Did you hear that?
Same deal.
Yeah, same deal.
Not the same guy.
Different guy, same story.
I won 78,000 on the NFL playoffs, and the guy gave me 18. He can, but you know, again, it's like,
and you can't go to the police. They're not interested.
Right.
There was
no,
nothing
one
to
guy, I
do.
remember with this guy, they go, why don't you break his legs? I'm like, what the fuck? Why don't you kill him? I'm like, yeah, that would be a good thing.
Well, I tried to
kill a man.
And you'll go to jail.
I go to jail.
You've never killed anyone, have you?
What?
No, you've never killed anyone. All right, listen. Norm,
I tried to tell. I said, listen, if Norm was an asshole, he could have said, look, obviously you're in on it with this guy. I never want to talk to you again. But
right.
he believed me.
Of course. Who wouldn't believe you?
But what did Bernie Brillstein say to you that time? I was trying to, when you won the money playing craps, what did Bernie say to you?
Bernie, yeah, he just passed away. He was a great guy.
Did you go to the funeral?
Yeah.
A lot of celebrities?
I didn't go.
You didn't go?
You didn't go?
No.
You are a recluse.
I was actually kind of sad.
Well, that's why you go.
Yeah.
I know, but I knew people would be making jokes and stuff like that.
What did he say? He
No,
said,
yeah, I won this money at craps back when I was married, and I didn't know what to do. I never won money before. And I said, hey, Bernie, man, I got all this money. I just won at craps. You know, he goes, first of all, don't tell your fucking wife. That's the first thing. Then you get a safety deposit box at the Mirage, but only put 10,000 in that one. You had a big long explanation, like it had happened to him like 50 times.
Isn't it great when you ask someone what to do and they know? It's just amazing. Sam Simon, quickly, yes, because Norm is on a schedule. He has to get over to the gay channel or something. He's going to describe how to find out if someone's gay. Sam, go ahead.
Hey, the funniest thing I think ever happened to Norm, and now that he's revealed that he's a degenerate gambler, is he moved into a new building.
Oh, Christ, yeah.
What?
Howard already likes it. So anyway, so he moved into a new building. In the meantime, there are casinos in L.A. now that are in warehouses and condos, and they have high-stakes poker game and sports betting and dealers and security and bars and food and everything. They're just like regular Vegas casinos and card rooms, except they're just private. And for some reason, they're just sprouting up all over the place. So I get invited to one, and Norm has told me the address of his building or the street that it's on, his new building that he just moved into. And I'm looking around for this place, and I say, I think this is Norm's building. So I go inside, I go in, I stay, I play poker all night, whatever, and they have girls and bars and everything. And I go home and I look up, and I had called Norm. Norm, go ahead.
No, yeah, it's right next door.
Anyway,
but you live next door to this
I live
place?
next door to a casino.
Now, let me ask you something.
It's the worst luck of all
You live
time.
next door to a casino, so that's terrible for you.
He just found it, forget how bad it would be if you moved into a new building and there's a casino.
Right inside.
This is Norm. It's 25 feet from his front door.
They must have wiped you out,
Next
right?
door neighbor. No, I haven't gotten in yet.
You don't worry about money? Like, you don't worry that you could lose it all?
Of course I do.
I would hope so. I would think so. Do you have investments and things?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No, I don't have investments.
You don't have any investments? No. It's on a mattress somewhere. It's on a shopping bag.
Put in a bank or whatever.
With Canadian money.
You trust these banks?
But I went to that casino because the guy called me in, Sam.
Yeah.
And
Levon.
Yeah, Levon.
All right, hey Sam, I gotta go.
Okay,
thanks. All right, Sam.
You know when you get together,
guys,
I'm gonna say, when you get together and you tell stories about losing and gambling, all of Sam's stories about a bad experience in gambling is he won so much he can't carry his chips.
The great Norm MacDonald, and go see him. Norm MacDonald, the richest man in town.
Yes,
go see him.
in most towns.
In most towns, he's
Man owns a Lincoln.
Lincoln Continental.
That guy's got a coupe de ville.
Great seeing you, Norm. Don't stay away so many years next
No,
time.
absolutely
All
not.
right, the great Norm MacDonald. We'll be
Respect.
back right after this.
Norm,
Yes, sir.
lightning bets. You've piqued my interest. I've never heard of that before.
You don't want to do that
It's
shit.
a gambler's heroin.
It is. It is like crack because from the beginning of the game,
Right, your heart's racing.
like if you have the over, you start the game down 180,000.
Norm, thanks for coming down today, man.
Thanks, man. Respect.
This is a Howard TV original production.
On this episode, Gary Dell'Abate receives a Lifetime Achievement Award that makes the Stern Show proud.
Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, Gary Dell'Abate.
And Lisa Jean releases her book, Sex, Lies, and Cookies.
Thanks so much.
What's your problem?
Testing, 1, 2. Baba Boo.
Yeah.
Hey-oh, yeah. When we're doing the radio show, we're not sitting there talking about our charitable works per se. We're in the business of making people laugh and entertained. So I think people are shocked when they see that we're actual human beings with outside lives and we care about things.
In the town where I live, there's an AIDS organization called Red Ribbon. So they called and they asked if they could honor me. I like the idea of it because I really felt like I was raising some money for Lifebeat, but also raising some money locally in my hometown. So it seemed like a very good idea, and I agreed to do it. I lost my brother to AIDS in 1991. I wrote pretty extensively about it in my book. There's a whole chapter about him. And not long after he died, I really felt the need to somehow get involved to honor his memory. And that's when I got involved with Lifebeat. That was almost 18 or 19 years ago, and now I'm the president of Lifebeat. But it's one of those things where, you know, it makes me just feel good and remember my brother in a good way when I go out and do stuff like this. There's a huge misconception that AIDS is either cured or contained, and that's just not the case. This was a big event. This was a big, big event. All my friends were there. A lot of family was there. My son came home from upstate New York from college.
So why are you proud of your dad?
I'm excited. I mean, he works really hard for what he does. I mean, it means a lot to him, and it's all paying off tonight. Obviously, he's being honored, so it should be a good time.
And then all of our friends, some from Connecticut, some from a bunch of my friends from Long Island that I grew up with, some from New York City, and of course I had my work crew.
And I was really happy that there was a charity event being held in his honor, because more often people are goofing on him for whatever reason. So I donated to the cause and drove up from Long Island to be there, and I'm really glad that I did.
I support Gary with anything. I mean, he's been so supportive of me and supportive of my career, and, you know, I would go anywhere to show him my support.
Gary invited me to this event that he's receiving this award, to be there to support him. And for something that's good, too, for a good cause, is nice. So he deserved it, and I wanted to be there to support him.
Here we are, boss. This is my big event, boss.
Also, was there to make fun of me. It wouldn't be a night without Sal goofing on me.
I'm being honored. This is amazing. This is for the extremely large amounts of calcium and vinyl event. We want to see what's heavier, my teeth or the vinyl.
You know, it's kind of like a play on words, because she said, hey, Gary's here for AIDS. And I'm like, why would Gary be here for AIDS? You know, you should be fighting AIDS. You shouldn't be here for AIDS. We're not here to promote AIDS, you know. And I just visioned Gary go,
I'm here for AIDS, boy. That's what I do.
The senator from Connecticut showed up.
Gary is really one of those people who gives of himself, who contributes so enormously from his heart.
When it's happening, it's so overwhelming that it's hard to really absorb it.
A big night, Gary. Congratulations. How does it feel?
It's overwhelming because it's just starting, but all my family's here. Have you met my brother yet? You should definitely talk to him. My brother's here from Texas.
So how does it feel being here? Your brother's being honored?
Oh, I'm very proud. Very proud.
Does it bring up a lot of emotion?
Yes, it does.
In what way?
Well, my brother Stephen, who passed away from AIDS. I'm very proud of the fact that he's been doing this.
How proud are you of your husband?
I'm really proud of Gary.
Yeah.
You know, he works hard, and this organization means a lot to him. Lifebeat.
My wife and I just moved out.
You know, primarily, and then pairing up with Red Ribbon tonight was just a natural, pairing.
Here's Mark and the band.
Yes.
I knew I should have worn a tie. How you doing, man?
They hired Mark McGrath and Sugar Ray to perform.
Hey, good to see you again. Of course.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
Jackson.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Lucas, how you doing?
All along, they were saying, hey, we're going to try to get this band, we're going to try to get that band. And, you know, you try to get people and schedules don't work out. And so when I heard that they were able to get those guys, it was great because I know Mark is a super fan, and I knew he was going to put in the extra effort.
Well, congratulations, Gary. I mean, it's such an honor to play, man.
Hi, I'm Lisa G, and I'm here to tell you about my new book, Sex, Lies, and Cookies. What I love about Sex, Lies, and Cookies is that you can see the journey that I go on through cookies. I work on the Howard Stern Show, and yes, I'm perceived as, you know, straight-laced. I go home at night, I play my violin. But I think when people read this book, they will be shocked that, yes, I had a past, and yes, it involved a lot of sex, and yes, I was hanging from chandeliers. I would say the most outrageous thing I ever did to win over a man was the time that I made my How to Get a Man chocolate chip cheesecake squares, also known as booty call cheesecake squares. Took off all my clothes, slipped on my mink coat, and rang this guy's doorbell, hoping and thinking that he was going to fall in love with me. Adopting my cat was really a very big deal for me. It was so hard for me to open up my heart because I thought I would get hurt in the end. Yes, his name is Lucky, but I feel so lucky that I found something that I could love and cherish and not be afraid of it. The moral of the story, love yourself first, make yourself cookies. What inspired me to write Sex, Lies, and Cookies is that I felt that I had what I think is an inspiring story for young women. And working here at the Stern Show, I would always say to myself, if they only knew how hard it was for me to get to a good place, that's what got me thinking, you know what, I would really love to write a book.
My thought was, why? You know, what could it be? I mean, I don't know that much about Lisa G in terms of her past. I know her from working here. I didn't know she had anything to write about, but of course they say everybody has a story in them. And then, you know, then she described to me the theme of the book, which was her romances and what she learned from them and stuff. So, okay, that's good. That's good. And I was happy for her, actually. It sounded reasonable.
You'll read some fun stories, some sad stories, some crazy stories, and then each chapter will have a cookie recipe that reflects what was going on in my life.
Sex, Lies, Cookies. We hadn't heard much of any sort of sex talk from Lisa on the show, and every time she was asked about anything having to do with sex, she shied away from it. So frankly, I was surprised when I heard that this book was in the works.
It's really how cookies save the day, or how they reflect what crazy things were going on in my dating life, and how I try to use cookies to feel better about certain things.
My initial reaction on hearing Lisa was doing a book called Sex, Lies, and Cookies was, cookies? Okay, she has cookie parties, she's into baking, that's fine. Lies? Seems like a pretty honest person, but I'm sure she's told a couple in her life. Sex?
I think it's clear that Lisa does have some sort of fan base, as evidenced by the Sweet and Meat. It's clear that she has some sort of following.
Hey, nice to meet you. Thank you for coming.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Wendy Spencer.
All right. Hi. Oh, hi. Who are you? I'm Patty. Oh, hi. Nice to meet you. There's a toast to all of you. Thank you so much. Yay! Well,
she does have a fan base out there. It's other broads that don't like sex, and they are big on Lisa. They love her work. They love her lack of sex. She sold tickets to the Sweet and Greet. That should say it all. People paid $100 to sit in a bakery with Lisa with no air conditioning.
Lisa, love you. Bye. It's really lovely. Hi, Magnolia. The book cover. You know, Howard loves photography.
Let's see what this looks like.
So, Lily, what's your question today?
Now you have more toward the beach and toward the camera. Nice, nice. Lose the smile.
Love it.
And the particular kind of photography I like is sort of fashion photography and sort of this highly stylized photography. And the guy who teaches it said to me, you know, you can't always photograph your wife. And you got to find some other subjects.
I was thinking that he would think it would be a great honor to take a photograph for a book. So it wasn't the fact that he was Howard Stern, it was Howard who loves photography.
I told Lisa I'm going to shoot the cover to her book. She asked me to do it. I said I would do it.
Is that right?
Yeah, why not?
So nice, thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to try something there with Lisa.
So when Lisa approached me, it seemed like a great project for me. And I thought, you know what, why not do something nice for Lisa?
I have a whole concept in mind.
That's right. I got all the supplies, all the...
Yeah.
What supplies? Did you send her a list?
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Ah.
I have a vision of Lisa.
It is a ballsy move to ask Howard Stern to shoot your book cover. I think it puts Howard in a precarious position because he doesn't like to say no.
Are you going to loosen up?
I got my push-up tops, the push-up bras, I
Good.
got supplies, I have tops, I have
Right.
hair
What about
extensions,
just-
I have
Did
everything.
you get the red thing I told you to get? Chunky? Around your neck?
That's on the list.
Yeah.
I have to get that.
All right, get that.
It was a great scheme because I think she figured that was the way she was going to promote her book.
I didn't think he would be gung-ho to do this, but she's smart. She hit upon something that Howard has been doing lately and is really into, which is photography. And it was a challenge to him, and I think that's why he agreed to do it, because it was something new that he could learn.
All right, and don't be nervous. You'll do fine. You look good.
Okay.
But you got to be sexy. This is your book. You're calling the book Sex, Lies, and Cookies, so it's got to be sexy.
Mhm.
Just think about that.
He had an idea in his head of the way he wanted it to look. It was a great photo shoot, it really was.
And I just wanted to make a very glamorous kind of flat lighting look that I thought would look attractive for Lisa.
I photographed Lisa on Thursday for her book cover. Lisa looked good. She had a whole bunch of outfits. Photographed her, gave her some beautiful lighting.
Did you do something really sexy? Because that was the question.
You know what? Lisa, if you don't mind me saying, Lisa, you got some big rack. Like,
All right! It was really fun hearing Howard tell the audience that, yeah, her boobs are real.
Yeah, I was actually shocked because people said, did you push them up in some way? Did you Photoshop them? I said, no, those are her boobs.
I've never walked into work and went, wow, look at Lisa's tits today. Not once. I've said it about Benji, but not Lisa.
Look at the rack on.
What? Get the fuck out of here. I thought, I can't wait for Lisa to see who this woman is on the front of her book, because that's not the woman I work with every day.
Maybe I had false eyelashes on, a couple of hair extensions, but the boobs are real.
She was a trooper. She sat there. She stuck the titties out. She could put on great makeup, lipstick, all that stuff. She did whatever I told her to do, and she got a good result.
Well, I was happy. You know, the more I go into photography, the more I start planning conceptually what I want to do now, and maybe I would have even come up with some other concepts. But it was pretty straightforward for her thing.
Everything Howard does, he does 150%. And this book cover was no exception. So whether in his heart he really wanted to do it or not, he did it and he knocked it out of the park.
He did an amazing job. I am so proud of the cover for Sex, Lies, and Cookies, and I think he is too.
The way the night played out was there was a cocktail hour, and then there were some people there for that. Then we sat down to eat.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for dinner. Please come to the orchestra and find your seats.
When I first agreed to do this, they said, you know, we're going to do a video about you. Now, I've been to a lot of charity events where they do a video on the person, and they can be very long and very boring. The video was amazing.
Well, his involvement with the fight against AIDS comes from a very personal place, which is rooted firmly in his love of family. So let's take a look.
I think it's people who listen to the show on a very peripheral basis or don't listen to the show. Those are the people, the worst people to deal with. Oh, the Howard Stern Show, they must all be evil, horrible people.
He's sort of the more reasonable family guy on the show. I think that if you really listen, that you'll find that about him.
We feel we're very blessed with what we have, that, if we are, we should, we have the ability to give back, and we should. I had this big Christmas party at my house. I must have been up till about 4 in the morning, And the next morning, my phone rang. It was like 9 in the morning. And my brother Anthony called. He said, listen, I have to tell you something. And I said, what? He said, Stephen has AIDS. And I was like, I felt like I got hit over the head with a 2x4, because it was just, even though you can sort of set yourself up to anticipate it's coming, when it actually comes, you can never be ready for it.
On the day in 1991 when you got the voicemail from your dad that said Gary Stephen passed away, was it relief?
It was relief. It was relief, because at that point, I knew he wasn't going to recover. I knew that he was suffering.
This is so dear to his heart. He loved his brother more than anything. And this is just part of, him being giving and honoring his memory.
Whenever I go out, I'm like, Stephen, what should I say today? And yeah, when I do it, it's a way for me not to forget him.
You think he's proud of you?
Oh, I know he is. I know he would be proud of me. We had a great relationship, and he was very charitable too. And I think if everything were flipped around, he'd be doing the same thing. The video is amazing, and it's funny, I sent it to a lot of my relatives that couldn't come. I sent it to them, and the feedback I got was, emails that would make you cry, of how proud they were, but also, what a tribute it was to my brother, who they knew and grew up with. All around, just great stuff.
It is with great pleasure I present you, Gary Dell'Abate, with the Lifetime Achievement Award, Jonathan Scare Lifetime Achievement Award. Gary.
I couldn't really relax until I gave my speech, which was a lot later than I thought it was going to be. I didn't even have a drink till I gave my speech, which was at about 10 o'clock at night.
Gary, you're an honor and inspiration to us all, my brother. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, Gary Dell'Abate! Wow.
I'm always nervous giving a speech in front of any large group of people, especially when it's so many people I know and love.
It's an overwhelming outpouring of support from friends and family. It's I feel like I'm at my bar mitzvah, but I'm not Jewish, so it's like my confirm mitzvah.
It was nice to see Gary up there talking sincerely about, what he did and why he believes in this cause, and not having anyone there yelling Baba Booey during it or goofing on him. And he got his point across in a very sweet way. And I was glad I was there live to celebrate the moment with my good friend.
We do some incredible work. We go on tour with some of the biggest names in music, like Madonna, U2, and Coldplay. We set up tables while we're on tour with them where we can do outreach programs. We distribute condoms. We distribute educational materials. And this is really important that we reach the younger people, because you've heard it a couple of times before, but infections are on the rise.
I wasn't even aware of all the work you put into it. And the only Gary I know is the guy who eats cookies and falls asleep all day. So when he went through the whole list of things that he did to make this thing such a great event, was quite surprising.
Life constantly throws you curveballs, and you have to figure out how to handle them. While at times my motives may seem altruistic, they're also selfishly cathartic. If you had a tragedy in your life, or you come upon a hurdle in your life and you work to correct it, it makes you feel really good. I highly recommend it.
The video was easy to watch because I'd watched it a bunch of times and shown it to some people. The harder part for me was the speech. I had written a part in the speech, and when I'd read it a couple of times, I got like a little choked up, and I was just afraid. I know listen, if you're going to get choked up and you're trying to raise money, that would be the place.
I have to thank my wife, Mary, and my kids, Jackson and Lucas. And they've been so supportive. And Jackson and Lucas, I don't want to get your heads big, but so many people have come up to me tonight and told me what great kids you are, what a great job Mom and I have done. And Jackson came home from college tonight. In fact, he's at Syracuse. The game's on the TV outside right now, yet he chose to be here with Dad. Thank you very much. They never met my brother, but they listen to my stories and they ask me questions about him, and it's almost as if they had met him. So doing the work I do is a way to honor him. Every time I raise $1, every time I give a speech, every time I go to an event like this, it reminds me of him. It's my way to remember him, and I want to thank all of you for helping me to keep his memory alive. Thank you.
1 second, Gary, 1 second before you leave the stage. There's one more person who wanted to offer their congratulations for all the great work that you do for Lifebeat and have been doing over the years, and she's right here.
Hey, Baba Booey.
A little bit of a surprise to me when I was presented with my award. I got a video message from Cyndi Lauper, who I love.
I wish I could be there to present this award to you in person. You deserve it. For all your work with HIV, AIDS, and Lifebeat, bless you. And I'm sure your brother's looking down right now, smiling and saying thanks. And thank you. Thank you for all your hard work. This is a much-deserved award. And you're a really good guy. Love ya. Love you, Baba Booey.
Well, she really went out of her way that night. That was backstage. I think she shot that backstage one of the first or second nights for Kinky Boots, which just a few weeks ago won the Tony. So just amazing.
Congratulations, that's a great speech.
Thank you, thank you. I was nervous all night. I mean, I have so many friends here tonight. It really is like a wedding or a bar mitzvah, but the support is amazing. And it just keeps pouring in, so I couldn't be happier. And I was so glad to have my wife and kids here for it, and my brother and everybody.
When you're with someone like Gary Dell'Abate and you see how hard he works above and beyond a job title when it comes to charity and raising money and giving back, you realize like he is really getting his hands dirty. I am so touched and I'm so honored to know a person like that and to work with a person like that every day. So now you can enjoy the rest of the evening.
My scotch is on the way.
Okay, congratulations. Well done.
Thank you very much.
I'm proud to know you.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you very much.
He's doing something in the memory of his brother that is forceful and dynamic. I admire him. I admire what Gary does.
All right, so let's talk about the Ronnie-Lisa kiss. Here's what happened.
Lisa G pitched this bit. She came in and said, well, we're going to get a certain amount of tweets. And then when we get a certain amount of tweets, I'm going to make out with Ronnie.
Ronnie for years has been wanting to kiss Lisa. And Lisa, you know, I don't think she was up for it. But as we got closer to the release of the book, I think that definitely lubed things up for her, if you will.
It was her idea. Nobody else's idea. It wasn't my idea. I knew nothing about it.
It's all about her book. I know it is. It's a promotion thing.
You think she's going to get super excited when she makes out with you?
I don't think it'll ever happen. How's that?
Why?
Well, now it sounds like it won't.
I don't think it'll ever happen.
Well, it sounds so complicated.
This is very simple. This is my Stern Show tweets. Ronnie kissed Lisa. We count the number of retweets. When it hits X number, we send out a tweet from Stern Show. It says, Ronnie kissed Lisa. Okay?
Right.
You tell the fans, retweet this.
Right.
Okay? We count the retweets. We get 2,500, 5,000, whatever the number is. And when that number hits, we say it's done, and these two have to kiss. Jason will tweet it from Stern Show, and we'll see if the fans want it to happen, it's going to happen.
I'm almost positive in my mind that, you know, the PR people at the book company had something to do with, you know, saying to her, listen, Lisa, you got to get your name out.
He's out.
Okay, it is out.
President Obama. That's 300 retweets already. 350. 350.
350 retweets.
Already?
400.
Told you. What'd I tell you, Howard?
You got to get to 5,000.
What did I tell you?
1,200. Go. 1,300. 1,500.
Oh, wait, they're going to be making out in about 5. Go ahead.
1,700.
2,000.
Sweating. Oh, my God.
Oh, Lisa's already taking
He's already taking over clothes, Ronnie. You're having your dinner. Get myself into
3,500.
3,500. You're only 1,500 away.
It was very thrilling. It was like, oh my God, they're counting down. This is going to happen. It was my idea. It's so exciting. We have Twitter. We have Howard. We have social media. It's all coming together.
4,900.
4,900.
Showtime. 4,930.
All of a sudden,
100 away.
now we got
5,000.
I think the book had everything to do with Lisa agreeing to do it. But look, you can't really shit on her because she still's got to do the stunt.
It was an explosion in my brain, really. It was an out-of-body experience, waiting for it to happen.
I was actually looking forward to it because I just really wanted to see how she would react.
Let's go.
All right, do it. Slow push. Go ahead, Hank. Go ahead.
Easy.
Ronnie, let's just get it. When did they start?
Don't rush it.
Oh, my God. Oh. 5 seconds. Ready, 2, go to 2. Whoa. 8 seconds.
I couldn't believe it because Lisa's such a goody two-shoes, and I don't know, I just thought she'd be grossed out by Ronnie. I thought, you know, I just couldn't imagine that would ever happen. And Lisa's not the type that really partakes in any of our nonsense.
7 more seconds. He's feeling it.
I wasn't trying to stick my finger up her asshole. It was like I was grabbing her ass, and it just happened to be my middle finger that went right in the crack of her ass. And it looked like I had my finger in her ass, which I did.
I've kissed, you know, hundreds of guys. Who knows how many guys? And I'm sure I didn't enjoy most of them. And so, hey, it's Ronnie Mund. It wasn't so bad.
He should have stuck his finger in her ass. He's a disgusting man.
Was that gross to look at?
And a very hard crunch. Oh, and it was so graphic, and there was tongue, and there was his hand up her ass, and it was like crazy. It's crazy. It was crazy stuff, man.
Gary, where does this stack up in your top moments of Stern history?
It's way better than Artie and Blue Iris. I loved it. I mean, it was great. And Lisa, you know, if she was doing it for publicity, as some accuse her of, I gotta say, she gave 110%.
I don't believe in coincidences. This was all about the book. This was all about the reinvention of Lisa G. This is to make the sex part of the Sex, Lies, and Cookies relevant.
I had no idea that it was going to work, and it did.
I have a feeling me and Lisa really would hit it off, man. Big time. After that kiss.
I can see how people will think, or Ronnie anyway, that, oh, she had to do the kiss because her book's coming out. It was really the timing of everything.
He's got very soft lips.
You were squeezing her ass.
Before the official release of Sex, Lies, and Cookies, HarperCollins threw me a book release cookie party. It was so great walking in and seeing all these cookies on one big table that were from recipes from my book, and I wasn't slaving away in my kitchen making them. It was great to see family and friends. How are you? Beautiful. George Takei stopped by. Hey, George. Oh my gosh, thank you for your
And you know, it needs a spritz. It's had a rough afternoon.
High Pitch Mike was there.
I'm looking for the sex, I'm looking for the lies. I've already found the cookies.
I'm Lisa Sharkey. I work for HarperCollins. I acquired this fantastic book, Sex, Lies, and Cookies.
So enjoy and take cookies. Tons of cookies.
Yeah, and there's doggy bags for the cookies when you guys are done, but drink and eat away. And thank you, Lisa.
It was a fun night just seeing everyone together, having a good time. And I'm hopeful that good energy will spread out and more people will hear about the book. The book tour for Sex, Lies, and Cookies was a lot of fun. I went on the Today Show with Hoda and Kathy Lee. I went on Good Day New York with Greg Kelly. And then I went on New York Live with Sarah Gore and Jackie Reed. These sound guys, they zip you up and they look at your bra strap. It's like, what a job. Oh! I know a lot of people in New York media, and so it's going to be fun to see them and sit next to them, and so we'll see how it goes. Hi, I'm such a fan of yours. It looks so great.
No, I am of yours. Let me tell you, and you'll know why when I say this. When I read this book, I was like, okay. This is my new Bible.
That really made my heart just, soar.
So I'll see you in a few minutes.
Yes, I'll see you in a few minutes.
All right, good.
Sex, Lies, and Cookies is out now, and the book signing is next Wednesday night at 7 p.m. at Book Review in Huntington, Long Island.
Oh, I love bookstores like this. Thanks so much. I started my career in Long Island. I started interning at WLIR, like I write in the book, when I was 17 years old. Even though I've lived in Chicago and I now live in Manhattan, I still consider myself very much a Long Island person. So, well, thanks for coming, everybody. I so appreciate it. Thank you. My goals for the media tour is really to get the message of Sex, Lies, and Cookies out to women. My final media TV stop was Better TV. They had this amazing kitchen. It was also a lot of fun just cooking up a couple of cookie recipes. The hardest part is what many of you don't know is going through all the steps. You have 3 minutes to do this and 3 minutes to do that. And you have to, whip up the recipe and put it in the oven, pull it out of the oven.
Parents from better, would you rather do this together? You're doing it. Yeah. Does this work?
I'm trying to ask for some surprise.
Ooh, it's so cold.
JD and Andrea are going to talk, do their banter at the top. They'll toss over to you and say, what do you have going on over there?
You're under a lot of pressure to make sure you get all the keywords out about your book.
All right, everybody, here we go. Stand by.
I'm hopeful that it will really resonate with women. Everyone will tell all their friends. And I'm hoping for the best. At the end of the day, I'm very proud of my book.
But I do hope that the book is successful. Clearly, there's a market for cookbooks that talk about sex, and Lisa G is the one to do it.
I'm hopeful that especially women, when they read this book, they'll see that, yes, you can go through hard times, but there is a lot of good stuff when you get through it. Really is a story about a journey of love, but really more so of how to love yourself. And if you do that first, everything will fall into place.
That was one of the best kisses I've ever had in my life, Lisa. And I really think we should pursue, this thing a little further. And I think if you sell 10,000 books, we should make out. Again, on air. And then we should make out at the Trump Hotel. Room 1634, overlooking the park. In our robes. At the window. Drinking champagne. And then I'll drop your robe, I'll drop my robe. I'll throw you up against the glass. And I'll hump you as hard as I can.
You were squeezing her ass.
And I'll hump you as hard as I can.
Look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey. On Monday's wrap-up show, we talked about having Wendy the retard on the show, the game we played with her that day. Some of the callers think we're being cruel to her. Some of the callers think that, we're just treating her like everybody else and giving her a life and having some fun with her. Here's how it went down.
How retarded do you think Wendy is?
Well, fairly.
But I mean, she seems aware of some stuff.
Yeah, like she functions well enough to know like when to eat and what to eat. So why doesn't she know enough to make sure her hands are clean? Like apparently she's even cooking food at times, right?
Absolutely.
So if she's cooking food, how does she not know how to wipe her butt?
What was in that breakfast? Oh my God. And she won that game about blacks and Jews. She answered those questions very accurately.
But I want to go back to something a second. When you said that she said her mother changes her diaper.
Yeah.
Often or always?
That I don't know.
And my question is, does her mother cut it down the side with a pair of scissors, or does Wendy get it on her back like a baby? That's got to be really weird.
Well, I was saying Wendy did win $500, and as a result, she'll be buying a deep fryer for her mother.
I like when she started giving the list of stuff they're going to deep fry. They're going to deep fry fish, potatoes, and all that stuff. But what was I also enjoyed today that
The reason why Wendy's so fat is because she forgot how to grow.
Right. She's not growing up. She's growing
Right.
wide.
She forgot how to grow taller.
Let's go to the phones. Ray in Jersey City. You're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, I got to be honest. I'm disgusted with the two of you. How you laugh at how Howard makes fun of retarded people. Makes me think back to when Gary the Retard came in for his birthday, and you goofed on him for 5 minutes, saying, "Hey, how are you? Hey, how you doing?" What the fuck is funny about goofing on a retarded person? I'll laugh about just about anything, but this is sick and evil.
So you didn't think that Howard was funny with Wendy today?
Listen, he was asking her a bunch of leading questions, making her out to be a racist. The same way you could get her to say that she got raped by Scott Greenstein or something. She'll say anything she's told. So why's he got to make her out to be a racist? I don't think she is.
We know she isn't a racist, and exactly what you said is the joke. And if you don't think that's funny, then you're probably not going to think most of the other stuff we do is funny.
No, that's not true.
You're pointing out the obvious.
Oh, I'm pointing out the obvious. I don't think it's so obvious to you. I think you're giving yourself a pass that, hey, Howard can make anything funny. Hey, how is it funny that you bring in a retarded guy on his birthday and get him to say hello for fucking 5 minutes? You tell me how that's funny, tough guy. Come on, tell me. Explain to me. Give me a course in what's fucking funny, because obviously I'm missing
All right,
out
you know
on
what?
it.
You're Joe Pesci's boring me.
No, you know
now you're acting. You're acting like if you want to have a conversation, have a conversation. You're now reciting from Goodfellas.
This is called deflection, dude, because whenever you're on the ropes,
No,
you'll
just
never
talk to me.
concede a point. You'll never concede a point.
Ray, just talk to me.
All right, I'm talking to you.
Okay, Ray, don't do scenes from movies. Just let's have a conversation.
Okay.
You're up, Ray. You're up.
All right, now, you invite Gary the Retard for his birthday. He's excited to come in.
Right.
And you goof on him for 5 minutes, getting him to say hello repeatedly.
Right.
Explain to me how that's funny. How can I join in on the fun and realize that's funny?
I don't know how to explain it to you.
We should get Richard down here. Maybe he can explain it.
But I don't know how to explain it to you. I mean, it's either you see that it's funny or you don't.
All right. I guess. Okay.
By the way, do you not see that we have deep love and affection for these people as well?
No, that's your way of getting out of being despicable.
So you don't think we really like Wendy?
I'm not so sure that you like her that much. No, I've heard her call in. Look, for as much as times that you use her for the benefit of the show, when she calls up asking for some money, I think you cheap out on her. I'm glad you threw her $500 today, but a lot of times you'll just, it's like, God, she's greedy, or she should get a job, or she should figure it out herself. I mean, you recognize she's retarded. Why wouldn't she call you for money?
Don't know, Ray.
Let's go over to Nate in Pennsylvania. Nate, you're on the wrap-up show.
I don't agree with that guy at all, because I think the stuff you guys do with Gary and Wendy and all them guys are friggin' hilarious. But I was wondering, if any of you guys had a child that was in the sort of the same condition as Gary, Wendy, mentally disabled, would you let them participate in the show in the same way that you let the other people do it?
It's hard to say. You know what? I don't know what it's like to be in that situation. I can tell you that when I deal with Wendy's mother, I think that Wendy's mother, understands that we're goofing around with her, no doubt. But I think there's also a feeling that it makes Wendy more part of the group and just makes her happier to be on the show. So I don't know what, I can't answer that question.
Well,
I'd have to be there.
I sort of look at it the way you do, because I think you guys are actually doing something positive for these guys. I mean, if they weren't participating in the Howard Stern show and getting any kind of recognition there, what would they be doing? Wendy would be collecting cans and nobody would care.
I think I told the story once before, and it'll sound like to some people a huge rationalization. But I remember when we were at NBC, we had a 19-year-old kid on who was paraplegic or quadriplegic, and he called the show, and then he said that he was quadriplegic, and Howard said, "You're bumming everybody out. From now on, you have to refer to yourself as the guy who likes to sit a lot, because quadriplegic just bumps people out." So we ended up having him on the show, and Howard just treated him like everybody else. He goofed on him, he goofed with him, and when he was done, his mother came up to me, and she was so happy, and she said, "You know what? Everybody always walks on eggshells around him. Howard treated him like he was one of the gang." And he loves that. So I sort of sometimes take that into account when we're dealing with some of these people. Maybe they just want to be treated like everyone else.
Well, that's exactly my point. I mean, somebody who can't walk, I think they take more offense to somebody, asking them if they need to do something for them all the time, as opposed to just treat them like somebody else. If you treat normal people the same, or if you treat normal people at a sort of a higher than you do somebody who's handicapped in some way, you know, they sort of feel more handicapped. You know, and I think it's great. Like I said, I think it's great what you guys do with these guys, and nobody else would be paying attention to them if they weren't doing what they're doing on the show. And I hope the guy that called in earlier can sort of realize that point. You know,
I agree.
But you guys are doing great. Keep up whatever you guys are doing back in the back area, because all the ideas you come up with that make it on the air are awesome. You guys have a happy holiday and however you celebrate it. All right. Bye.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Nate. Another thing when Wendy was on, I thought a great question Howard posed was, who would you rather be? Wendy's mom or Sour Shoes' dad? Or who would you rather have as your kid?
I said I thought it was easy. Sour Shoes is, listen, Sour Shoes has a part-time job. He goes to a part-time job, and if he were ever left alone, he could function on his own. Now, Jim McClure said to me, he goes, "You kidding? We booked the guy to do a show. He shows up on rollerblades with 2 baseball gloves on." I was like, yeah, but if he goes home and the door's locked and he can't get in, he takes the blades off, he takes the gloves off, and he figures out how to get a fucking job. I don't know that Wendy has that capacity.
Also, remember the sound that will be coming out of your house every day if Sour Shoes lived there.
Yeah, but I think that maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's just something they have sort of learned to live with. But I would, pull the plug on that thing and go, you could play your Casio from 9 to 10 a.m. while I'm at work and and not after 6 p.m. I mean, you've got to make some rules.
Hey, everybody, it's Sal, and on Tuesday's wrap-up show, we discussed how I found a bottle of cologne while wrapping my children's gifts, and my wife said it was for my child. My child's 7 years old, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. Howard thinks it could be for 143. Believe it or not, I tend to believe my wife. Check it out. You be the judge. Merry Christmas.
Let's talk to 8-Ball in Memphis. 8-Ball, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yo, what's going on, fellas?
What's up, 8-Ball?
Yo, I wanted to talk about Sal and this whole cologne situation.
Okay.
Now, listen. You don't buy a child that age cologne for Christmas. That's the last thing on their Christmas list. You know what I mean?
I do.
And even
8-Ball, I'm so with you.
What's that?
I'm so with you on that. I don't think that...
Have your sons ever asked for cologne for the holidays?
No, but my sons aren't named Antonio and Rocco either.
And even if you do decide to buy them cologne, you buy maybe one bottle and split that between the both of them. You know what I mean? You don't buy 2.
Right. Well, the whole joke is she didn't buy 2. She didn't buy 2. She bought 1. But she said, "Is that what I'm getting out of this?"
Yeah. Well, that's Sal says he only saw 1 bottle.
And Sal, if you hear this, you should come down and Sal's coming down to explain this. But go ahead, Ben.
Hey, yo, Barry.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, man. I always wanted to ask you. Like, if you at the house just fiddle fucking around, do you ever find yourself singing into the Baba Booey song?
Yeah, once in a while I do. I don't find myself in my head, but like that guy called yesterday, talks about how they're playing that song at the Carmina at the Jet game. I hear that, and that's when I hear
I would imagine you can't watch Star Wars the
Star
same
Wars,
way.
exactly.
Yeah.
The Star Wars thing. Exactly.
All right, 8-Ball, thank you for your call. Sal Governale now joining us on the wrap-up show. Always a pleasure to have Sal.
Happy holidays, boys. Happy holidays.
So we were confused by the cologne, because you told that cologne story. Did she buy 1 bottle or 2 bottles? And she said it was for your oldest son, correct?
Yeah, I was going through the gifts. I pulled out 1 bottle. And I said, "Hey, looks like one of my gifts got caught up in this pile."
Well, let me ask you a question. Sal, do you wear cologne?
Yes.
And what do you wear?
I wear Fierce by Abercrombie and Fitch. I can't really say.
Okay, but
am I saying it right?
I don't know, but is
Fierce.
What was the one that was bought?
It didn't have something on the front. It was a different brand. It was Abercrombie.
But it was Abercrombie and Fitch.
But it wasn't Fierce. I know Fierce.
Right. So there is a small chance that your wife went to Abercrombie and Fitch and bought a cologne for you that you don't usually use, that she may have thought that she wanted you to use, and you accidentally found it while wrapping the gifts, and she said it was for your son.
I hope so, because...
And then a unicorn showed up.
With Bigfoot. I'm the Loch Ness Monster.
No, I'm just saying, that was Robin's theory.
So what do you hope?
Well, first of all, who cares about Robin's theory? She's out of her mind these days. Secondly, what I do hope is that it is for me, because... I don't hope, obviously, I don't think it's for 143, number one. But secondly, I don't want my kids going to school smelling like a bunch of, Tony Montanas. You know what I mean?
Have your kids worn cologne before?
Never.
So she's introducing them to cologne?
I can't even breathe.
Jeez, are you all right?
I can't understand the concept of my wife introducing a 7-year-old and 9-year-old child to cologne. I mean, what are they doing? Getting fucking lap dances on the playground?
Yeah, the best was I said to Sal, what age is it appropriate to start wearing cologne? He goes, 15, 16.
Do they even wear deodorant yet?
Yeah, they're very clean. I mean, they shower every day,
but they don't use deodorant.
Not deodorant, no. They brush their teeth in the morning and at night. But cologne was such an odd thing,
But Sal, when your wife said she bought it for both kids, but there was only one bottle, did you ask where the other bottle?
No, it didn't occur to me until today. But the thing that really pissed me off is that I go, you bought this for Antonio? And I flip it over immediately to look for the price. And it's $30 fucking. But now I'm thinking, she's shelling out $60. I'm eating waffles sometimes for dinner. She's shelling out $60 for cologne for kids. I mean, what's the point of that?
Well, one of our callers, 8-Ball, just made the point, too. Like, why does each kid need their own bottle? Those things will go a long way. Maybe they could have shared a bottle.
Yeah, they could share one.
I don't know. But I do believe that, look, in my opinion, the whole emotional friend thing is over, in my opinion. But I don't get this whole cologne thing. I'm hoping it's for me. I don't know.
All right, so Christmas Day under the tree, you're going to see a box of cologne.
Do the kids wear gold chains? Do they comb their chest hair?
Yeah, they do, actually. And they wear those shiny white Keds, and we're buying them some white sweat jackets.
Adidas jackets, Adidas pants?
Absolutely. The Snow White ones with the black stripes.
What was Christine's explanation?
Without missing a beat, I bought it for Antonio, and I go, I just didn't get. It just doesn't make sense. I go, you're buying cologne for Antonio, and then when she said and Aiden, I go, they're 7 and 9. I go, I could have taken $60, bought 2 fucking games for the Nintendo Wii. They would have loved it. I would have loved it. I mean, that's what makes a happy family. You're giving these kids cologne, and then it brought me back to my dad was a player, so every time there's something weird like this, and like you bring up 143, like immediately goes to my father, and I can make an association to my dad. My dad did just the opposite. When we were children, my dad would have in his Cadillac, he had the Cadillac Eldorados, he would have 2 or 3 bottles of Charlie perfume. Mm-hmm. Now, Charlie it's woman's perfume, but I didn't know that as a kid. My dad would constantly, he would go into the stationery store, going to buy some paper towels, spray himself up with Charlie and leave, and come home with 2 or 3 in the morning. And he loved Charlie. And I don't know, I guess my mom's off the boat. She didn't put 2 and 2 together either, but he said that was his favorite thing, Charlie, woman's perfume. But we've later found out that the woman he was shagging would wear Charlie, so he would never get busted.
His point being that he smelled like a girl to his mother, so when he came home smelling of a woman, it didn't seem odd.
Right, exactly.
That was actually Fred's sort of joke theory today, that maybe she is getting it for you and for him. So when she comes home...
Right. But she never smells like me. She's like 6 feet away from me in the bed. So I don't know if that's going to, more or less. But it was weird that my dad actually went to the extent of smelling like a homo to get pussy.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we discussed how I overslept and was late to the show. And a lot of people thought it was because of my water fast for Bubba, which made me oversleep, but I don't think that's what happened. I think I just overslept.
How difficult is it to track down Benji once you realize he's missing?
Okay, for starters, I know he's got a phone number, but I know Benji never answered. Like, I've never called Benji, and it rings and it goes, oh, hello, this is Benji. It always goes to voicemail. I don't think he answers his phone. He claims he turns off the ringer, but I think he's got phones that go... I think he's one of those guys that goes directly to voicemail and then listens to it and decides whether he's going to call you back or not. Mm-hmm. So that was the first issue. Second issue is, in our computer, we don't have Benji's address because Benji doesn't like to get people's address. So finally, Tracy had it in an email because we had to send something to his apartment. We have a post office box for him. So I got slowed down an extra 10 minutes to send news over there because I didn't know where Benji lived.
And so the news, by the time news got to his place,
they missed him by a minute. Had I actually had Benji's address in my database, they'd have been over there and caught him coming out the door.
Why is Benji's address such a secret?
Why is Benji's age a secret? Has Benji ever answered a question yes or no?
No.
That's what that's just the way he is.
Fair point. Now, he broke his fast in support of Bubba, and apparently he's eating seaweed.
I thought yesterday was tomatoes.
Well, yeah, that was yesterday, but last night it was seaweed, and some people think Benji does this stuff for attention, but he's become sort of the boy who cries wolf. How do you know when it's a bit versus him just being himself?
He's doing this for attention under the guise of a comedic bit with the hopeful end game of maybe losing a couple of pounds.
And
that's what this is all about.
And how do you think it will end up?
It's not that funny, and he's getting bigger.
Now, he claims he smells fresh because he showers and changes, but that Penn State shirt, that inside-out Penn State shirt, has been a staple for many months.
Yeah, I gave that to him for Christmas 2 years ago. It hasn't come off yet. I gave him also a pair of Penn State sweats to go with it. But, yeah, I mean, the whole notion of I wear the same shirt every day, but I put a different shirt on underneath is ridiculous. And you know he doesn't wash it.
And how?
In fact, I'd like to hear about Benji's laundry. Like, I wonder what goes on with his laundry. I'm assuming if he does laundry in any way at all, it must only be underwear and socks.
Well, we'll ask him when he gets down here. But, Teddy, hit clip number 1. This is Howard explaining to Benji how he needs to sort of get things together, and then Artie gets a little bit of shrapnel as well.
Stop with the fast. It's silly and it's immature, and you're doing the wrong thing with your body and with your life.
You're very funny, Howard, because that's like telling Artie to take just a responsible amount of heroin.
Well, you want to know something?
How do I get it?
I mean, here's the thing.
Just, make it so you can go to work
I could
every
tell
day.
Artie how to live his life, and you know what? Benji would listen and say, that sounds very reasonable. That's good advice. But then when I tell Benji how to live his life, he looks at me like I'm insane.
No, listen. I respect you. You've struggled with weight at times, and and you've conquered it.
Of course, I conquered it because first of all, I'm the master of me. Of course, I conquer it because I don't fail.
See, but
you are
we
thinking.
fail, though.
Yes, you guys are thinking like losers.
Well,
don't you want to be winners?
Now, do you think Benji and Artie think like losers?
Well, I don't think anybody could think the winning way Howard does.
What do you mean?
He just has. There's no room for error the way when Howard talks that way. There's his way or no other way. And anybody who doesn't think the way he thinks is a loser.
So Howard just applied himself to getting in shape and losing weight, and bang, he did it.
And for him, it works. Now, having said that, it's hard to look at Benji and Artie and say that they're winners in any sort of weight loss thing.
That's true.
But Howard, I understand where Benji's coming from. Howard has no sympathy and doesn't understand. But Howard will say like, autism. Just fucking thinks. Cut it out. Like he thinks everything can be fixed by just doing it correctly.
How you doing this morning, Benj?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Doing okay.
Yeah, I do respect people that have maintained a great weight for all their lives, or for most of their lives. Howard has, my father has. I know a lot of people that have, and they're the real diet experts, I think.
Because they've kept it off?
They're the diet experts on what works for them.
That's right. But if I did eat exactly what Howard ate, I probably would be in great shape.
Well, were you honored when Howard said that you're savable, but Artie isn't?
No. I mean, that's nice. I mean, I'm sure it could be reversed, in a moment.
Now, what was going on with you this morning? You said you overslept, right?
I woke up and I did one of those. I always start every morning. This is gonna sound silly, but I start with those. I say either 5 things I feel grateful for, or 5 things I'm looking forward to for the day. That's how I start my every morning.
What time
really do that?
Yeah, I really do.
What time do you wake up?
I think I had the alarm went off around 5:25 this morning.
And what were if I can ask, what were the 5 things for today?
I think what happened was I got to number 3 and I just fell asleep because I did one of those. I'll just sleep for another minute and then.
But on a general day, what would have been the 5 for today?
I always feel real grateful that I have both my parents around. There's usually something about Sheila, that I have an apartment. I felt something about the job sometimes.
Did you used to wake up at midnight so you felt sort of refreshed when you came in?
I used to. Oh God, yeah. My schedule's all effed up now.
Okay, so you fell back asleep after the 3rd thing.
Yeah,
and when you pop up and.
I popped up and it sucked. It's just it's just a horrible, scary feeling.
What did you expect when you came?
It just pretty much something like what happened.
I actually thought was better. If I were you, what happened today would have been better than what I would have expected. You really didn't get a shit on that bad.
Right, because I don't think this is the kind of thing that Howard. If it happened all the time, he'd get mad. This is not. This is a lot different than being late.
I think being a minute late irritates the shit out of Howard. I think this doesn't happen often to Benji, and oversleeping. Everyone gets like a free pass. 1 per 3 years or something. It just happens.
Well, Benji also immediately said, "I overslept." Like there was no story or anything else. Right. He just kind of came clean right up front. And then he talked about eating seaweed.
Yeah. I'm still on the hunger water fast for Bubba, so I want to make that clear. I don't want to. But if anyone's with me, we're still doing it.
But you've had a couple of missteps.
No, not missteps. This is I've said this on the thing. I'm following instructions from Bubba 100%. If he tells me to eat something, I'm going to eat something.
Have you been in touch with Bubba?
I through visions, which you get when you fast. Right. He's instructing.
Here we go.
Can I ask Benji a different question?
The laundry one, sure.
No, this isn't even the laundry one too.
Laundry.
Well, I do have 2 questions for you then. So when you do your laundry, how often do you do your laundry?
Once. Well, actually, I have about 50 boxers and 50 T-shirts, all the same, like all this exact, same color, same everything. So
he's like Run DMC. He's got a T-shirt and a hat.
It's about every 2 weeks I have to do it.
And what would you say is the bulk of what's in your laundry? Is it almost all underwear and socks and little else?
Yeah, all black shirts, all black or blue boxers, and all socks.
How many?
And then occasionally like a sheets, that kind of thing.
How often would you say you wash the jersey you're wearing?
Yeah.
I just did it the last time I washed it. Last time I did my wash.
Right. So how long had it been before that?
I don't know.
3 months, 4 months.
I may have never washed it before. But
and why do you wear it inside out?
It's just because I used to love it. I love Penn State, and it was fun, but it's just too. I get sick of labels, and it's just too busy, like with all the labels and stuff.
It's a label. It's just one you can barely read now. You know what I mean? And the stitching inside out. It's just so. It's like a neon sign that says, "Notice me. I'm wearing my shirt inside out."
Crisscross. So the rest of your morning went okay. No ramifications, and nobody gave you any shit.
Well, no. I mean, it's no. It wasn't that big of a thing.
Now, I got another question for you. I know that when you're in there, it's hard to answer honestly because you don't want to say the wrong thing and get yelled at. But how do you feel about the allegation that Howard made that you've carved out a place for yourself here for a guy who could sort of come and go as he pleases, more or less, and can dress any way that he wants, and that once this ends and you go to look for a job, your dress and your attitude is going to have to change if you want to work?
Well, I think that's true for anyone. I mean, and I wouldn't work at a job that I didn't want to conform to. I think if I wanted to conform to a certain thing, I easily could, but it's not my style. I don't want to. I don't want to be in. I think insurance salesmen probably do a great job. That's not what I want to do.
Yeah, but even within the entertainment industry, Howard said, even if you want to be a writer at SNL, there's probably more of a schedule you need to be on, and probably like, would you show up to an interview with Lorne Michaels in that outfit?
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't show up to an interview with anyone in this outfit.
Are you trying to be like Artie in a way?
What do you mean? Like,
no, because I mean they were making comparisons before you were here today. You're a little overweight. You sort of don't care about your appearance, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and it's been a plan for like 30 years now.
In all fairness, Benji was doing Artie before Artie worked here.
Yeah, that's true.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, it was all about the tombstone. Ted from Howard TV got Howard as Secret Santa, and he thought getting him a granite tombstone was a good idea, and found out, well, I guess his name's Tombstone Ted now, so that tells you how well that went.
We should lead off with Secret Santa, which is always a crazy day here on the show. And I guess we all learned what not to get Howard for the holidays.
It only takes one gift for this bit to work, right? It only takes one.
And
it was
Ted. What's his name?
Ted
hit a home run.
And it's funny because Artie grabbed me during a break, and Artie goes, "We were talking about what a weird gift it was," and Artie goes, "I don't think the guy did it in any malicious way." And I said, "That's why it's such a great bit."
Yeah, but you know why I said that was I was trying to defend him because people were starting to sound like they really hated him personally. Like that's when the gift is bad. People go, no, I wanted to throw him out of here, and I was like, well, it doesn't mean he's a shithead, but it is an extraordinarily ridiculous thing to do.
And I mean, at least somewhere somebody can use wind chimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the other thing is
Howard could use this. I just don't think he wants to use it anytime soon.
Yeah, and the other thing that's just so fucked up is that everybody really did do their part. and I felt so bad of making him think that it was a great gift. Like, nobody blew the whistle on, "Are you out of your fucking mind?"
How could you?
You couldn't.
I mean, just the idea itself. And you could tell, Teddy, hit clip number 1. You could tell Howard was definitely creeped out by this.
Okay, you're going to unveil it? Go ahead.
Oh, my God.
What is that?
Oh, my God.
It's a gravestone?
It's a
It's a 350-pound black marble, hand-engraved tombstone.
One of those.
I do not have that, and it says 1954. Of course, we don't know when I'm going to die.
Yeah,
Why would you get me that? I mean, I'm not
I know you don't have
Is
it.
that freaking
I know
you out?
you're into the kind of like gothic themed stuff,
right?
It also kind of after coming up with a bunch of ideas, this is the one that stuck out the most.
Right.
And worked.
And worked.
And
for who?
I worked out a deal with a guy that when the time comes, he'll finish it off. I have his card. I'll give you after.
Please give that to me. Wow. Well, isn't that nice?
He was shaking, Garrett.
Yeah, no, I know. Who?
Howard.
Oh.
I'm not talking about Ted. I'm talking about Howard. He definitely was creeped out by it, as he said so. And that was after proclaiming that he wasn't going to say a bad word about whatever he gets for the remainder of the show.
Well, it's so great because Howard said, we have our own show going to the back office. So Howard says, "I am not going to disparage this guy's gift." And I said, "For how long?" And he said, "The whole show." And John Hine just wheels back in his chair and he goes, "I give him 30 seconds. And I said, "We're saying in the office 30 seconds. And I think it was about that amount of time. But the other thing, Artie pointed out in the show today, which is right, like, of all the words I would use to describe Howard, I don't know that gothic is in the top 100 of them.
You know, Ralph made a good point when trying to describe this too. Somebody misread Howard again, who was a fan, and he hated it. And Ralph used an example. It's like the fan who gets Howard a cake shaped like a penis,
right,
and thinks he's going to love it. I thought that was a great example Ralph made, because getting to know Howard, I mean, look, as a fan, I think I was bright enough to know that's not the guy, you know. Like, and people, I think, put him in the same category sometimes as Marilyn Manson, dark, and gothic. And no, that's not. He's
but
not.
If you listen to for any period of time, you know that gothic is not, what he is.
Right, and that was a bad call, the gothic.
But I thought that Howard was being sort of not honest today when he said, "Why does everybody buy me hardcover comic book books?" Well, people think I read comic books, but he talks about that he reads comics a lot.
Absolutely, yeah.
But in Howard's defense, he said for the past couple of years, "I have so much comic book shit, I don't need it. Get me a nice." He said every year, he says, "Get me a nice pen. Like, that's what I want, a nice pen."
I know, but when he said, but he wasn't saying I have so many of these I don't need them. He says, I think he's trying to act like he doesn't read comic books anymore. But he did do a whole bit on the air where he talked about when he goes on vacation, he puts the comic book inside a smart book.
Yeah, that's misleading somebody, absolutely. But the gothic stuff, you got to listen just a little bit to know he's not a gothic guy.
Well, Ted from Howard TV just stopped by, and Ted, you've caught a lot of crap for the gift you gave, but you weren't trying to make a joke or anything. Like, that was a sincere gift from you, right?
Very sincere. So I was mainly thinking of something that he didn't have.
Clearly, he didn't have that.
But didn't you think that for that particular thing, that certainly at some point someone was going to buy it for him? Like after he's dead?
Yeah, I mean, eventually, but I mean, I beat him to it.
Let me ask you a question. Did anybody give you any indication along the way, the people that you consider your friends, that this might not go over so big?
It was mainly, most people I talked to were like, you know what, that's awesome, do it. No one would ever expect that. A few people did, but not really. I had other ideas that I really wanted to do.
What were your other ideas?
I tried to book Kathy Lee Gifford. I emailed her.
So have I, by the way.
Then she was too busy this holiday season.
How'd you do that?
I looked up her publicist, did a little research, wrote a really long email.
Yeah, you know what? In all fair, I love you, but how funny would it have been if you booked Kathy Lee Gifford?
What else, Ted?
I tried. I know he likes the restaurant Pump.
Right.
I was going to call them and try. I know he gets like a specific sandwich. Try and get that named like the Howard Stern. That wasn't that good of an idea.
Yeah, he wouldn't like that either. He would like that if you did that at a restaurant he doesn't go to.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Well, and Artie has found out repeatedly with his Neil Young gift, Howard is not the easiest guy to get a gift for.
Well, by the way, that was a huge insult to Artie today. That was completely unnecessary.
That he took the picture off the wall?
The interior designer put up, so after all this disrespect the picture gets, Howard's interior designer takes it out of a pile of whatever's in Howard's, warehouse, and he goes, "This is where this picture should be." And Howard said, "No, it's not."
Yeah, but it validates Artie in a way.
How? Well, it does, but it doesn't.
Well,
it validates
Why?
Artie
Because the interior designer thinks it looks good, and
Yeah,
Howard
now-
doesn't take it down.
Artie
take
can
it down
now
again.
take
It validates it that the interior designer likes it, but it makes me realize that how much Howard really hates it.
Right.
Like a decorator who Howard put his trust into couldn't even talk him into it.
So, Ted, how heavy was that thing?
Weighs 350 pounds.
So how'd you get it up here?
I get up here every day. What the fuck?
I rented a panel van, picked it up in Jersey City. 2 big guys helped me lift it into the back of the panel van. I had a hand truck. I drove it down to the basement of Sirius, and I had a couple guys from Howard TV, like Joe, Brian Fallon, Chris Costa. They all helped me. We team lifted it and brought it in.
You didn't even put it on a hand truck?
Well, no, yeah. We did that, but to get it off the hand truck is the hard part.
Right.
Because it's so low.
So now, after the day is done, you've had time to reflect, you got your emails, you got your phone calls. How are you feeling right now?
I think it was a smart move. Wouldn't take it back.
I think what you should do is you should have just left the hand truck and taken the gravestone away.
So you're glad? I mean, Howard first gave you the thanks, and then it didn't take long before he was laying into you.
Once he said, I'm not going to be negative this year, but in my head I was like, what is he going to say? And then he eventually got negative. But
see, here's the greatest part of this whole thing. So I said to Howard, Howard's like, he doesn't know what to do with it. Obviously, he's not taking it home. And then we talked about maybe donate. Somebody said you should donate it to charity. So I went to Howard during a break. I said, should you decide to do that, if you could donate it to Lifebeat, I'll get it up on eBay and sell it or whatever. And he just sort of brushed it off. And so Howard left, and that thing's in the studio where it will sit for the next 2 weeks. And Howard's going to come back on January 5th, and it'll still be there.
No, it's gone. It's already gone.
No, it's not.
I put it on a hand truck.
Did you?
Yeah.
And where is it?
It's sitting there now.
Can you re-gift that?
Well, it's funny.
You know what? You should give that to Imus.
Lifebeat's a good suggestion, Gab, because there's nothing age people like seeing more than a gravestone from that generation. I'm sure these people who've lost relatives have seen 1954 to 1983, 1980. But how much money could you get?
Well, my idea was to auction it off to a fan who would then give the money to Life.
Oh, okay.
It's not like we're going to put it in the office.
That's so funny. I know this is the exact time in history that people started dying from this, but maybe we could do something with it, put it in the coffee room. How much do you think you could get? See, I think it's kind of a cool, weird thing, like the Beetlejuice bust to leave in the studio.
Okay,
but
here's
if it's going to bum him out, then forget it.
Here's the deal. It's one of a kind.
Yeah.
It's been documented on the air that it was in Howard's possession.
Right.
So that makes it valuable. Howard did a whole bit about it on the radio, which will turn into a TV show about it. So somebody who's a
and the stone itself is worth like what, $5,000?
He never told me the true value, but
I mean, really, when
it's
you
worth
say
more,
when you say it's worth that, once it's been written on, is it really worth anything?
Yeah,
it's probably worth more.
No,
it's
but
worth more. With his
I'm
face
saying it's one of a kind. So I see a fan of the show being totally interested in owning that.
What do we have to compare it to? Do we know anything like that's been on the show that's sold?
What about the painting he tore up?
Did that sell?
No, because we never sold that, but we don't know what that was worth.
No, but
that was a Christmas gift from one of our interns who ended up working for Howard.
Mike Coppola.
It was so embarrassing. I mean, when Howard ran the knife through that might have been the cruelest thing ever in the history of the show.
I think he sold that. I think he actually put it on eBay. Didn't
Howard?
He? No, Coppola. I think he sold that and got like hundreds and hundreds of dollars for it.
I thought it would have been funny to leave it in the studio, but honestly, Ted, you don't want that because on a slow day, he'll glance over there and you'll have 30 minutes of hell every once in a while, every couple of months.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey. And on Monday's wrap-up show, we had Ronnie the limo driver in. He was not happy with the profiler we had on, the guy that does like FBI-type profiles. Ronnie didn't like the way he was profiled. He came up with a theory that Wolfie really wrote it because Wolfie hates him, and then it just went from there. Here's what happened.
Ronnie, we're talking about the way everyone reacted to their profile today.
I heard it.
Why would you not be willing to talk about that with that guy? Because
I got nothing to say to the guy. First of all, my profile was written by Wolfie.
What do you mean?
Do you really think that?
Yeah. I believe it 100%.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, what makes you...
Because it's Wolfie's language. That guy spoke the shit that he spoke.
Do you think Wolfie wrote all the profiles or just yours?
I didn't say... I say he wrote mine, okay? Yeah, because I got this whole thing in my head. I'm nuts, right? Okay. Like with the guy with the 0.0 thing, too.
Well, that's what it's starting to sound like.
Listen,
I think in either case...
Listen to me.
I don't think Wolfie wrote that.
This guy, I can tell you right now, he could talk all he wants about me. I don't care.
That I understand.
The guy I care about, the main guy that I care about, how he thinks is the guy that works in there. Okay? If he's not happy with me, then I'm not happy. I can't be here.
Totally understood. And
okay?
I said
and then there's the guy who's working security with me today is a New York City police officer. He's heard guys like this every day of his life. He said they know nothing about the street. It's all about book smarts and profiling people. They never spent a day in the street in their life. The guy's never come in contact with anybody as far as being a security person. Okay? He's dealt with these people every day of his life in the police academy and all this kind of shit. And it's the guys sound exactly the same as this guy sounded. And I don't have to listen to him.
Will you start carrying feminine protection?
Yeah, most definitely.
But I was saying that...
I'm going to stand there with my hands on my heart like this.
No, like this.
I want to talk about two things with you. I was saying, or you may or may not have heard this, I was saying that you could have answered pretty much the way you just did. Like, what you know...
Why should I? Why should I give him the satisfaction? I don't want to.
Because you got called in.
I don't want to talk
But I'm saying because you got called in at that point instead of... Well, you gave him the satisfaction of something... And it wasn't. You probably gave him more satisfaction by getting angry.
Whatever. I don't care about the guy. That's the whole thing. I don't care.
But you do because because a person you don't care about can't make you angry.
But in a way, Ronnie's being so honest because I think a lot of us would be like, hey, it's like when someone roasts you, you're like, hey, I'm gonna give a big laugh, so it looks like I don't care. Ronnie's saying, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna be honest.
This guy
Wolf, he was honest.
And Wolfie's got this thing with me. No matter where I go or what I do, he's up my rear end.
How did this Wolfie thing start? I wasn't aware that he was doing this to you deliberately.
Once in a while, if we're in Pennsylvania, he'll cover our block parties, and he'll interview people, and he'll make sure that he interviews only the people that got bad things to say about me.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's go watch Howard TV stuff, and you'll see it.
Do you think the guy was sincere?
And because he knows he's going to get airtime out of it.
Do you think the security guy, whether or not you agree with him or not, do you think he was sincere in his opinion, or you think it was just a bit to him?
No, absolutely not.
Why were you offering up your resignation if this guy wasn't affecting you?
All I said was, when Howard does that to me, it really agitates me. Because he knows that I try and do the best I can for him no matter what. And then when he starts jumping on my case like that, I know it's a lot of it's for the show and stuff. I'm sorry, it gets to me, all right? And it hurts my feelings. And I don't like hearing it. And that's when I get annoyed. So if he's not happy with me, then it's time for me to go.
Even after all these years, he's done it many times.
And as many times I've said the same thing. If he's not happy with me, it's time to go then.
Do you think he's unhappy with you?
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know.
You can't tell that he's... You being here for so long, still having the job, that doesn't tell you that he's happy with you?
Yeah, it does. But you know what? When he gets... like the guy with the 0.0 was the same thing. You know, he's all over me like that. And, you know... Sometimes it just gets to you.
So why?
I'm sure you've been there.
I could. Hold on a second, Spade. Let me interrupt. I didn't want to interrupt Ronnie, but I have been there. There was a period of time. That period of time has passed for me where a sensitive spot for me would be Howard would say, "You're the worst producer ever. I got stuck with you X amount of years ago, and I hired you because you were cheap, and et cetera, et cetera. But then I got to a point where I would say, and because other people would say that to me too, like you got lucky, and I would be like, well, I've been doing this for 28 years now. People don't give you a job for 28 years because they feel sorry for you.
Brian in Massachusetts, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey guys, I think Ronnie's a little confused on how he handled the actual scene. I think that he was a little uncomfortable talking about security on the air, period, and he didn't know how to get out of it. I mean, he did it for the show, but talking about what you do, how you do it, with Howard's extra exposure on AGT. I think that Ronnie, he took one for the team, but he's not gonna show his cards. I mean, there's all kinds of crazy people in the world, and I don't know. Ronnie maybe agrees with me. I don't know.
Did that play into it at all, Ronnie?
It's nothing. When you do a security for somebody, you don't walk around bragging about what you do and what you don't do.
Exactly.
Or how you do it.
Yeah, exactly. There's no reason for it. And what this guy was saying, that's basically what this guy was saying, that I'm supposed to lay my cards out on the table, basically, and tell him everything I do and what I know. I don't have to do that to him. I don't work for him. That's the whole thing.
I'm uncomfortable talking about your security with this guy on the air, period, end of story. I'm out of here. And then, you probably wouldn't even be talking right now. They would have been on something else.
No, I still would have got yelled at and brought back in, probably, But
makes a great show.
After a while, I'm sure when I get off the air here, I'm going to get the Waz on Twitter and you're a crybaby and all this baloney. But you know what? If somebody's not happy with you, time to move on.
It makes sense what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Obviously.
I don't think Howard's unhappy with you. I think one of the things he loves about you is that he could rile you up so easily.
I know that. I know that too. I know it's part of the game.
Gary, it's funny. A lot of times we'll talk about people getting, and laugh at people getting insulted or made fun of, whatever else. But you also get your balls broken if you say that your feelings are hurt. So I commend Ronnie for coming in and being honest and saying he was truly hurt by that.
It's always funny when it's not you. But I know I got yelled at by Artie once because I told Artie hurt my feelings. Like, what are you, a chick?
Yeah. And Ron, you've been kind of quiet today. I could tell that kind of got to you a little bit.
No, not that it got to me. I mean,
it bothers you.
It bothered me because just for what I said before about, sometimes when somebody keeps bringing up the same thing, you don't think they're happy with you.
But the flip side is somebody keeps bringing up the same thing because they get a great reaction out of you.
That too, but, whatever, All right. You could be having a bad morning and it gets to you. You know what I'm saying?
Floyd in Arkansas, you're on the wrap-up show.
I just wanted to call and defend Ronnie a little bit. He never once offered up his resignation. All he said was if Howard wasn't happy with him, Howard could fire him. And Howard never said he was unhappy with Ronnie. I think Ronnie's doing a great job, is what Howard said.
Yeah, that might be a better way of putting it, Floyd. You did say if you don't like me, you can get rid of me.
Yeah, right, exactly. I never said I quit. But he turned it around and said, "Oh, why are you quitting?"
I used to do the same thing.
And I never said I quit.
Is that the move?
I said, if you don't like me, get rid of me. And he goes, you want me to fire you? I said, I didn't say that. If you don't like me, then you shouldn't. If you're unhappy with me, you shouldn't have me doing the show.
I tried that. I got fired.
And the guy, like some of the stuff the guy said, which I know it was Wolfie stuff, or the guy himself, he's a fan of the show. He admitted he's been listening since '85. He goes, how many times has Howard said that I say I want to be like him? That I am him, trying to be like him. That's the exact words that came out of the guy's mouth.
But what if because he's a super fan of the show and he listens often enough, he's able to pick that up, even though it's been said? Is there any possibility that there's any truth to it? Or at least in the way he presents. I don't
feel I'm trying to be like Howard. Like he even said to me, Howard said to me about being, well, you want to be part of the show. You like doing your block parties. It's kind of like a threat. If you're not part of the show, then you can't be doing your block parties. I don't see how that comes down for what this guy is supposed to be profiling me. You know what I'm saying?
Gary, were you aware of this Wolfie conspiracy issue? I mean, this is news to me.
Not it's this conspiracy, but if you notice everything with Wolfie that he does towards me, it's always negative. There's never a positive thing ever there because he knows it's going to get to me. Well, and he knows it's going to stir up shit on the air.
Nobody talks to Wolfie on the show more than I do. I talk to Wolfie off the air quite a bit, and I talk to him in my office, and I will say that maybe when he goes out to the block party and he asks about Ronnie, he knows he's going to get a certain reaction that's funny. I will almost guarantee that he did not write what went on the air this morning, because that would just be too weird. I think the guy wrote what he thought.
Well, no, the guy wrote what he heard. The guy is a fan since '85.
Okay, so now you're going two different ways. Either the guy wrote what he heard, or Wolfie wrote it.
I think it was a combination. It could have been a combination of the two of them doing it together, or it could have been all Wolfie.
Then why didn't Wolfie write something weird about Fred?
Because he knew what we.
You don't think goofing on Fred would be huge for the show?
It's a fair point.
He's probably afraid of Fred.
Hey, can I ask about the SWINGING with the kid here?
Yeah,
okay.
That's fine.
About the what?
Huh? My son's here today.
I know he's here. I know. I see him.
You mean when he profiled Ronnie as an obvious swinger?
Yeah. So
As a what?
He said like this person is a swinger, and
I don't know where that came from. But I have no clue where that came from.
I thought
that was something he drilled up in his brain.
But I thought you have said that you. I thought you have said you are with other women.
What do you mean, other women?
Other than your girlfriend?
No.
Okay, then I'm wrong.
No.
Okay.
When did I say that?
I thought you have. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's okay.
No, he said that he got a free pass when it came to Lisa.
Yeah.
But I thought you said sometimes you guys do bring in other girls and stuff. Okay, that's fine.
Ronnie, do you find it strange that Howard, at his age, being married, wears condoms these days?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Well, first of all, I hate him, so I don't know how people enjoy doing it as much with it. It's to me, it's not the feeling. You don't get the same feeling. No way.
Ronnie likes it raw.
Exactly.
It's a necessity. I mean, listen,
I understand that.
Life isn't perfect.
Well, let's say the person you're with doesn't want to, take the pill or something like that, and you're left with that as your option.
That's somebody I'm not going to be with.
Is that a deal breaker?
It's a deal breaker, huh?
Yeah, really, because I just can't. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with them. I've tried, and I hate them because for so many years I did it without it, and you get and then if you have to later on, it's forget about it.
I'll try to do the math, but I'm thinking like if Ronnie had a kid, like how old's your grandson?
My oldest is 12.
Right, so like Ronnie could have, I forget how it all works, but to have a 12-year-old grandson.
A son who's younger than his grandson.
Right.
Yes. That's right. That's exactly how the math works.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, Ronnie, who wasn't happy about his psychological profile, started to go after me and my reporting, and that's when we really butted heads.
Gary, was Lucas really concerned for Ronnie last night?
He really was. Like I said, we hung out with Ronnie at a baseball game a couple of weeks ago, and he just, Lucas doesn't listen to the show, so all he heard was Ronnie on the wrap-up show, and he was sort of bummed out by how upset Ronnie was. Is he really going to quit his job? I know you guys like him. Why would he quit his job? Why are you guys so mean to him? That sort of thing.
Do you understand why Ronnie feels like Wolfie or like the ugly meter app guy, like they're out to get him? Do you understand where he's coming from on that?
Yes and no. I mean, there was a period of time where I was sure that Fred was putting in the email notes almost every other week something about me being fat. And I was sure Fred was out to get me, and I was very sensitive about being fat. So one day to prove it, I went back and I looked through all of the old emails, and I found out that Fred had done it like 3 times in a year. And to me, that seemed like every other week.
You feel better after this morning? Because when you went in...
I feel fine. I was fine yesterday.
You were fine yesterday?
Yeah, I was fine.
You were upset.
Yeah,
I mean, John and I felt there was something yesterday that was a little bit different about the way you were on the wrap-up show and how you seemed to feel.
I don't know. I mean, you get that all the time, the same thing over and over. About the whole thing with Howard with the security thing and how he makes fun of it, and you know what? But when I do it, I do my job. I do it right, and I don't care what anybody says. Dale Yeager, whatever the hell his name is, could say whatever he wants. And when you do your job right, like with even your job, you do your job, and you feel like you do a great job. And when people start breaking your balls about it constantly,
so Ron,
it gets to you.
I would ask you a question. So when back in the old days, when Howard would go, Gary, you're the worst producer ever. I should have never hired you. I got stuck with you and all that stuff. Did you think that I was? Did you think it was funny and that I was overreacting?
No, I used to have talks with you about it. Remember, we used to have talks about that.
But you understood. Yeah, I guess the point I'm trying to make is, I don't I know it's hard to see when it's you.
Not everything is funny,
but
that's the whole thing.
But it may not be funny to you.
Yeah, but it might be. It's funny to a couple, 10 million people. Maybe it's funny,
Right, but do you ever stop and say, "I know I do a good job. He just knows he can get a rise out of me, and that's why he does it."
I don't know. It gets to me, but I don't know. You know what,
Gary? You don't think if someone other than Howard had done that, you don't think you'd be much more likely to react that way?
I've had people come in here that are supposed to be, experts and talk about what a shitty job I do, and I'm sort of like, you know what? They don't know what I do, and I wouldn't say that it doesn't affect me, but it doesn't affect me the way it affected Ronnie.
I thought one of the most interesting parts was when Lieberman got upset when he says, "Don't question my reporting." Like, I don't want to be questioned about, how good of a reporter I am.
Then don't bring up a story that you can't finish.
But what I'm saying is, like, he got upset essentially about the same thing you did.
Right.
When someone questions his job.
Yeah, his eyeballs were popping out of his head, and he was upset, and he can't tell me any different.
Ronnie, before John addresses that, why didn't you want to talk about the car?
Listen, there's certain things you want to talk about, and there's certain things you like to keep quiet. I don't need everybody knowing my private business, what I do. I mean, and I knew this was going to happen. If it came up on the air, he was going to make fun of it because I like cars. Okay, he doesn't like cars. He's into other things. Well, he likes music. He likes the electronics. He likes all the new gadgets that come out. I like cars, okay, and I don't see what's wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it.
But that's my point.
But why make fun of it though?
Because you react.
And that's my point.
That's why I didn't want to. That's why I don't want to.
But Ronnie, you're making my point. If you're happy and proud of it, what's wrong with talking about it?
But I don't need it brought up on the air so he can get to me like that. Look, he has a way of getting to people, and you know it. He has a way of getting under people's skin, just like I know how to get under Lieberman's skin. I got under his skin all morning today, and I know I did.
Let me address the reporting thing.
Tell me different.
Let me address the reporting thing
Here he
first.
goes already.
There are different layers to stories, Ronnie. So I had the story.
You're angry right
now. The story
now.
was, let me finish. The story was you have a pace car that you're driving around town.
What I had. That was the problem.
That was the story, and that's what I went on the air with. I didn't have all the details.
You came to me,
I didn't
John.
have all,
you came to me and said, I heard you got a new car. And you didn't say anything about pace car, schmace car. You said, I heard. You were fishing. You heard I got a new car. You had no idea what the car was. You had no clue what it was.
I had from 3 different sources that it was a pace car.
Sources,
so I went on the air with it, and then you confirmed it. So what's the issue? What's the issue here? There's no issue.
The issue was I confirmed it myself later on. You had no story when you brought it up. You had no story, John.
Ronnie, you're almost like I can't get through to you. It's like you don't have a normal brain.
I have a normal brain.
Listen to me. When you report, I confirmed the story with 3 sources, and then with you yesterday by blowing me off, you confirmed it.
No, I didn't.
You said.
I said nothing.
What did you say?
I said to you, I don't know what you're talking about.
And then when I kept questioning you, you finally said, yes.
What did I say?
I have a car. We're playing the clip today on the news.
I didn't say what it was.
It corroborated what I had from 3 other sources.
For 20 years already.
So I went on the air with it because I was confident in the story. I had it from enough people.
No, you weren't confident because you didn't know what the car was.
It doesn't matter. I knew it was a pace car, and I knew you had it at home.
Dude,
why do I need to know the year?
You're coming in with having them bring in different pictures, different colors. You're telling me the car's orange. You're telling me the car's pink. You had no clue.
The structure of the story was true, and I stand behind it.
Well, good. You stand behind it. I think it was bullshit.
You don't. How is it? So it's not true?
It's true now.
Thank you.
I
Thank
said
you.
It was
That's
true.
it.
I said it was true afterwards when Howard asked me. I said it was true, not to you.
So
That's
what's
what I'm
the
bringing
issue?
out.
You're confirming my story.
No, dude. You had no story when you went in there.
If it's not a story, that would mean you don't have a pace car and you're not driving it around town.
You put the thought in his head that I have some kind of a car. Not what kind,
I cannot believe that we're arguing over car versus pace car.
Just because you're a shit reporter.
Oh, I'm a shit reporter. You're calling me a shit reporter?
Yes.
Have I ever called you a shit security guy?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I have never once questioned your security. And whenever anybody asks me, like at AGT, I say,
so angry
Ronnie stands on
Why
guard.
are you so angry
Because I'm a real reporter. I don't need you questioning it.
See, Ronnie,
I would never question what kind of security security you do.
See?
But here's the thing.
See,
you see the smile on your but see
I'm
the smile
doing
on your
exactly what everybody does to me.
Okay.
Okay.
So then why do you get upset when people do it to you? Because you know.
Look at him.
But it's got to be.
This is what happens.
But
okay?
you know
I just brought out a perfect point right here. This is what happens.
What was the point?
when they do it to me.
What was the point? What was he?
A shit reporter.
Oh, yeah.
No, but
Well, actually, literally, you are a shit reporter.
I thought the same thing. But the point,
report on shit.
but Ronnie, the point that I think you might have missed is you did that solely to rile him up, and if you couldn't rile him up, you wouldn't go down that road.
Right.
So that's why Howard does it to you.
I know that. I understand that, but you could just take so much of it sometimes. And then he brings this fucking idiot in, and then the guy calls in and says he's an active guy. He's an active lecturer. I'm talking about working on the street. This guy, these cops I talk to, like I said, they come across guys like this every day of the week. They know how to talk their way out of everything. They know how to testify in court for people. They don't know how to work on the street as a real person, as a real security person. They know how to tell them how to do it. They don't know how to do it.
Can I just say
they've never done it?
Can I just tell you this? Because I need.
Tell me, you look at that guy. He's ever been.
I gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
But I need
with
to
his
get
club feet shoes and everything. Forget about it.
I need to get this off my chest, which is important. Wolfie came to me and said,
I don't care about
hold on,
Wolfie.
let me just finish the sentence. Said to me, I have this guy. He's done these things, profiling, and he's pretty well known. He's written some books.
Great.
He could be fun to do some
Good
stuff
for
on the
him.
show. He was never pitched to me as he's going to fuck with Ronnie or any of that. He was pitched solely on he'll do profiles of people on the show. We didn't even know what people he was going to do.
But he did a pro.
I'm just saying that we did not book him for that.
Then he tried to defend the swinger thing this morning about me being in strip clubs. What does that have to do with it?
But see, I thought that the thing he said about me wasn't correct, but it didn't upset me as much.
Well, it bothered me. Okay, just
tell.
like it just bothered Lieberman.
Scott on Long
Look at him.
Island.
His face is still on fire.
Scott, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, John, how you doing?
Good, Scott.
Hey, Ronnie's always running his mouth how jealous listeners. Who's a little bit jealous of their private life now that it's in the limelight? What do you got now for everybody?
What do you mean? What do you think Ronnie's jealous of?
Well, no, whenever a caller comes up to question Ronnie's always like, oh, just a jealous listener, just a jealous. Nobody's jealous of Ronnie. I mean, shit, look at his job, look at his life. I wouldn't be jealous of him. But now he's getting all pissed off because he wants his private life. Well, what do you want? You want to be in the limelight or you want to have your private life? You can't have both because you're the one that wants to
Why?
be in that position.
Because I don't want to talk about a car. What's the big deal?
Hey, dude, I live on Long Island. I go to car shows all the time. I know if I see a sloppy ass at a show with an orange Corvette, I'm going to make fun of you.
Yeah, well,
Whether
yeah,
it's a
okay,
friggin'
good. Well, you do that. Be my guest.
Well, I mean, whatever
Come
car
up and
you
say
got, I mean,
hello.
it's only a pace car. It's not a real pace car. Real pace cars are the ones that go around the tracks and get signed. You just
I understand that, dude. I didn't buy it for that reason.
Hey, Ronnie, Scott brings up an interesting point. Do you worry when you go in and do whatever you do on the show, it compromises your role as the security guy? Because like a lot of security guys just hang back and do whatever they do. You're kind of a part of the show and doing all this different stuff.
As long as I do my job, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Guy, I have a question for Ronnie. One thing I know is that whenever you feel that someone makes fun of you over your job as a security guard, you take it personally. And I don't blame you. And I think you do a great job. But I know that when somebody does that to me, like let's say somebody calls Gary a shitty producer or they call me stupid, I just try to make an effort for myself to make myself feel better and somewhat try to prove that I am that person. My question to you, Ronnie, is how far would you go to, you always say you are a great security guard, but would you be willing to prove it? In other words, would you go to a security agency that places security guards, for example, as a living, and fill out an application, show them your qualifications, and see where you stand as far as this, as a security guards are concerned? Would you be willing to do that?
Why
to see
would I-
where you
why
measure
would I-
up,
why would I
truly,
wanna-
professionally within the industry? So you can finally prove once and for all, like you can take that credential and say, hey, I'm rated as a top-notch security guard by.
But they don't rate people. Filling out an application doesn't rate you.
No, there's security placement agencies that you would have to fill out an application. They would see your credentials, see your qualifications, and I would like to see where would they grade Ronnie based on that. So Ronnie could present that and say, hey, this is the type of security guard I am.
Ronnie, what do you think?
I'll do it.
Well, there you go, Sal.
Wow. All right.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show,
Scott DePace dropped by to explain how he feels about hidden cameras, and everyone else on the show came in on wrap-up to explain to him that the cameras aren't hidden, and he just didn't understand, but he did get his point across, as did a lot of other people. Take a look at this. Scott's here, and I asked Scott to come down early before things got crazy because I wanted to talk to him one-on-one. Well, JD's here, and that's fine.
I won't say a word.
But
you already did.
I said that you denied not, when you wanted to be on camera, making that edict, and you say that's not true.
No.
So can you give me the truth as to what happened and why everyone's all over you?
I just want to know when the camera is on me. That was it. I never said once that it can't shoot me.
Now, why?
Never once said that.
Okay, but why would you want? Why is it fair that you're tipped off versus JD or me or anybody else on the show?
Well, it's in essence, it's a hidden camera to me. I've got my back. I'm to the camera. I'm looking at a bunch of monitors. I'm very focused on the monitors, trying to direct the show. Last thing I want is a camera out of nowhere just shooting me. I thought it was a reasonable request. Gary apparently has the same request, and yes, I am throwing other people into the bus now, surely. But Gary has the same request. He doesn't want a camera on him 24 hours a day, or just on all the time. He wants to know when it's on. So why don't we get rid of that? I think, as usual, Howard got it wrong. He was fed misinformation, and now he stuck to his guns by saying, no, it's you don't have to know.
What do you mean, as usual, Howard got it wrong?
I think usually either Gary or Jason gives them the information, and whether Howard gets it wrong because he's not listening to them or they give it to them wrong. But the bottom line is, I think Howard was led to believe that I was saying I do not want the camera on me, and that's never been the case.
Now, did Gary ask for the camera not to be on all the time before the whole sleeping thing, or that's what the sleeping thing stemmed from?
Well, back in the old studio, when we weren't shooting this behind-the-scenes stuff, yes, he didn't want the camera on all the time. Then when we got to here at Sirius, I told him our problem with we didn't have the equipment to do it the old way. He said, okay, leave it on, and then the sleeping thing happened, and then that's when he shut it down.
Let me pose this question to you, because JD's here. He's in a similar situation as you in the sense that he's got a glass office, his back is often to the hallway, he's working, yet the camera gets to be on him 24/7. How is that fair?
I think it's very different. If you looked in our room and saw what was going on, our room is a very dark spot. There is no light allowed because I couldn't do my job if the light was on. So it's literally like this hidden thing. There are always people behind me, so I'm not sure who's holding the camera. If someone came up behind JD, it would be very noticeable that someone was behind him because it's an empty hallway. It's very different.
You'll know when a camera's on you because you'll see a light coming from behind you.
Apparently you don't listen. I can't have
a dark room.
They still do not use a light. They use what's called iris. They iris up. I can't have a light or else I can't see the monitors.
Why are you so upset over this?
Because again, it's something that's been blown out of proportion. It's dead wrong. It's very wrong.
Got it wrong, Scott.
Yes, everyone got it wrong. Howard was under the impression that
Howard was not under the impression. He was under what we told him, which was you go up. You have now asked that all the cameramen tap you on the shoulder before they start
not
shooting
all
you.
The cameramen. It was one camera guy, Rob, who does this behind-the-scenes show. Doug often wants to get the environment, the craziness of the control room, which is fine.
Have you asked that a cameraman tap you on the shoulder when you're being shot?
That was as a result.
Have you asked that a cameraman tap you on the shoulder?
If you shut up, I'll
it's a
answer
yes or no question.
No, it's not a yes or no question. It's not a yes or no question.
Never is.
So here's another. I'm flanked by awful newsmen. So
answer that awful newsman first.
I
and
will
we'll get to this awful.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, John.
So it always was, hey, just let me know, and they would say, Scott, we're shooting. But the last few times I have not heard him, and suddenly I look halfway through a segment, I look over my shoulder, and there's a guy. So I said, you got to yell louder. They came up, well, should we tap you on the head? I go, yeah, if that's what it takes. So I never asked them to tap me on the shoulder. They brought that up.
But you said that's what I need.
No, I did. I said if that's what it takes. Yes.
Right. You said that's
I just want to know. That was it.
But
you
let me ask
don't want cameras sneaking up on you.
Why are there? Who else besides you has a rule about shooting here?
You do.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Well, Gary? Yes, you do.
We're not Scott, but stop a second. I just I don't want it to turn
all the time.
I don't want it to turn into yelling and confrontation. I want to be serious.
Fine. Too late.
In other words, if I get into an argument in the hallway, the camera's on me. The camera's not on you 24/7. And by the way,
apples and oranges.
But here's the bigger issue, the much bigger issue. You're the director of the TV show. You guys control the TV show. Doug works on the edit. Don't you trust your own guys? Like, what is it that you don't trust about?
Are you fucking kidding me? Trust anyone around here?
You control the show.
I don't. I'm not in the edit.
So you don't trust Doug?
I do to some extent, but the way he threw me under the bus with you, no.
Because I think what I'm getting at here is that you don't trust your guys, and I think that's what bothers them more than anything, that they've never fucked you over, yet you yell at them like they're going to fuck you over.
I want to be able to filter myself.
I do too.
I know the camera
want to be able to filter.
on.
So I want to say when I'm in the hold on a second.
You have
hold on
filtered.
a second. That's not true. When I'm in the hallway and I'm having a fight with somebody, I would like to be tapped on the shoulder if somebody's taping me.
A fight is so different.
Why is a fight different?
Because you expect the cameras when there's a fight. I don't expect the cameras when Howard's doing a show and I'm trying to just direct.
And
I didn't expect the camera when my door was closed.
No, not when he's talking about me. When he's talking about, of course, Greg will bring a camera. The cameras are there.
What are you afraid of?
What
are you afraid of the cameras capturing?
What if I'm directing a segment and I say something that I wouldn't want on camera? What if I...
So then you go back to Doug and say, hey, don't put that on camera.
But who wants to do that? I would rather just know that the camera's on me.
Everybody here lives under one set of rules except for you, who has one set of rules.
That is bullshit. You are the same guy.
I'm not the same guy.
You told us we can't have the camera on you the whole time. You control it
But
now.
nobody's saying they want to put the camera...
I want to watch what you're doing.
They want to put the camera on you when there's something interesting going on. When something interesting is going on in my room and I don't turn my camera on, a cameraman comes in.
But how do we know? Maybe there is something interesting going on.
But that's not what we're discussing. If something's going on in my office, right, a camera guy comes in.
It's a little different.
We're not
Your
saying,
office is one person. What the hell interesting
Scott,
are you going to do there? That's
nobody
different.
is saying they want a camera on you 24/7. This isn't Big Brother. They're saying sometimes they're going to shoot and sometimes you're going to be in the shot.
But
and
you got to understand.
Why do I have to understand? Why? What is it that I have to understand? Why are you different?
Because that's how a conversation works. Can I tell you my side?
Why are you different than everyone
that's
here?
What you have to understand. No, listen. No, my turn. My turn.
No, just let me finish this. Why are you different than everyone on this floor? You're different than everyone else.
Because I have a different job than everyone else. I'm directing this fucking show in the TV room.
Doug is in the same... No, there's 20...
Doug's not screaming. All the things, the excitement, that's why they want to shoot me. That's fine. But I just want to know that they're shooting me.
There's 20 guys in a room with you, but you have a separate rule for yourself.
I just explained to you, but you didn't listen, or you're too stupid.
What you're saying is... I don't even get into that, because that's how the whole thing started for you yesterday, because you called one of your employees stupid and he got sick of your shit. But that's really what happened. But what I'm saying is you have a rule for yourself. I did hear you. I heard you loud and clear. You're saying, Gary, I hear you. I have a rule for me, and then there's a rule for the rest of the floor.
Every situation is different.
Yeah,
Gary.
yours is different because it's you.
No, not because it's me. Because my job is exciting to Doug, right? He wants to show that sort of thing, and if that would be all 5 hours, I'd be on fucking pins and needles.
But
I'd say something wrong.
Nobody's saying to put the camera on 5. And I think you know that's
basically.
I think
they're saying there's 5 hours of coverage. I don't think it's unreasonable to just say, Scott, we're shooting you, so I know. I don't think that's unreasonable. So what if you're doing
something funny like sleeping?
So can I put a hidden camera on you?
What if we're not hidden? What if we're doing something funny like you're sleeping? Like what if you're slouching down or working on something? You should
First
be
of all, you don't have to worry about that. That's not something I would ever do.
No. You would never work on your website while you're directing the show. No.
Well, come on, Scott, be fucking real. Years ago. Oh, and you would never play play solitaire. Like we have plenty of tape of that.
You can't answer a question unless you lash out at somebody else.
Can we show the video of you playing solitaire? Is that okay?
I did not ask you about that. I asked you about
why
you.
I'm asking you about that.
Why don't you just get 10 buses and drive it over all your fucking crew?
All you do.
Because they all fucking hate you.
What? Oh, they all
Every one of them walk by to,
That's
except for what I like to call the blue wall of silence, which is Goodstein, Ganji, and DePace. They fucking close ranks and protect each other.
So
like
everybody else. Wow, what are you doing? You're throwing everyone under the bus. That means so now Pict and Costa and John the lighting guy and Derek,
you have a large crew.
All those guys, they hate me, right?
Not every one of them.
Oh,
just a cross section.
I could fucking care less.
Well, obviously you do care. Because whenever you say I could care less, that means you care a lot.
No, that's
like whenever somebody starts a line saying, honestly, they're probably lying.
Do you think Doug was covering for Scott today, but didn't really believe what he was saying?
I think they're all very protective of each other. Unlike our office, where everybody's fucking everybody.
Very reasonable. Oh, here comes Mr.
Jesus.
Logic.
See?
Here
Did you hear
comes
what
smart
Gary
guy.
just said? The same thing I said the other day.
What is that?
The
What is
same
that, dear?
shit. Nobody likes you.
Oh, who likes
No,
you?
I didn't say
fucking
nobody
asshole?
likes him. I said I think there are people disappointed with the way they're treated around there, and we should
Get
start.
over it.
But we should
Fuck
start by
off.
going back. Does this whole fight start yesterday because you called one of your employees stupid, and then when he went back at you?
No, Gary, if you must know,
Unintelligent, he called him. Unintelligent.
So what happened was when they first started wanting to shoot all this behind the scenes, I asked him, hey, quite simply, can you let me know? He didn't quite understand it. He said, why? And I explained it to him. He said, okay, fine. A week later, it happens again. I say, hey, can you just let me know when you're going to shoot? And he goes, why? And
I think it sounds like he may not have agreed with you.
No, because he's like, don't you trust us? And I go, honestly,
So
I
that's
don't trust
not
anyone.
understanding. That's not. He disagreed with you. He understood you fine.
Yes.
He just didn't agree with you.
Yeah, well, he
Which is
didn't
different.
understand my point.
No,
okay?
he understood it. He didn't agree with it. That doesn't make him stupid.
So then it got into last week where they shot me a few times. And again, I said, guys, can you just let me know? They go, we did. I go, well, can you say it louder so I can acknowledge it or so I know it's there? He then came in on Monday morning and said, oh, I hear we have to hit you on the head when you're going to be shot. I go, I didn't say that. And he goes, yeah, that's not what I hear. Maybe we should flash the lights. He starts making all these jokes. Right. I went through it all on Monday. Then Tuesday, it comes to a point, and he goes, okay, my switcher was breaking. My head was fucking confused as shit. I'm trying to fix everything. Howard's yelling at me, and he makes a comment, Scott, we're going to shoot you. Should I turn the lights on and off? It wasn't the time to do it.
No, that's exactly the time to do it. That's what this whole show is built on.
Not a joke, you asshole. I'm trying to fucking deal with everything.
So deal with
it. He makes a fucking joke while I'm sitting there trying to answer Howard, fix the fucking thing. I don't need it at that point.
Was he allowed to shoot you, or is that not the time too?
That would be the time to shoot me. I agree.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But to make a joke like that, I just didn't need it. The world was crashing down around me.
So what happened?
So I said to him, I said, Lee, perhaps you're not intelligent enough to understand why, or something like that. I don't know.
Please do me a favor. Just try to remember exactly what you said.
I don't remember. Play the tape.
I don't know.
It's all on tape.
Oh, by the way, no. Tape is lost.
Yeah.
Did you not hear?
No.
The tape is lost. They can't find the tape.
Lieberman has
right
the tape.
there.
Has the audio. I am Lieberman. I have the tape.
Lieberman speaking in the third person.
Tell me what I said, jerk
Hold on. I'm saying that the television show, I did ask to finally see this tape, and it seems to have gone missing.
Well, I have nothing to do with that, Gary, by the way.
Then why did you not bring it to me this morning, Doug, when we talked about it at 6:30?
Because it was downtown. I just got it. I'll show it to you.
Scott, Gary said something that other people have said, and I want to ask you this dead on. Do the guys who work for you like you? Because I keep hearing about all these guys who don't like you and want to do this and want to do that, but they never talk about it on the air.
Listen, there are maybe 3 guys that I would genuinely think probably don't like me or want nothing to do with me, sort of thing. I bet there's 4 guys that are in the middle, and the other guys, everything's good, as far as I'm concerned. So, those 3 guys, and I've identified Artie Phelan as one, and I don't like him either, so we're all good there. And the other 2 guys, until they come out of the woodwork, then I won't say it either.
By the way, nobody showed up to me and said, I hate Scott. There are people who disagree with you, feel that when they disagree with you, they're unable to be heard, and that if they do disagree with you, that you're not very nice to them about
Tell
it.
them, if it's one of my crew guys, tell them to grow up. It's television. They need to learn a lesson and just deal with it. If it's one of the guys like Lee, I don't care.
Well, what's the difference between Lee and one of your TV guys?
Lee is not one of my crew guys.
Well, how does he fit in?
He's a producer. He is not my job. See, you don't understand how the television world works.
You're not intelligent enough, Gary.
I am in charge of all of the technical side.
Should have spoken with an accent.
So my camera guys, the lighting guy, the engineer.
So you don't
those
have
are my guys.
You don't have the ability. Are you above a producer? Can you tell a producer what to do? Are you allowed?
No, not really. It's Doug's job or Ganji's job.
Do you think you intimidate people in there?
If so, they're a bunch of pussies.
Do you think Do you think you're, as a boss, do you think you're, this is no joke.
I think I'm a good boss.
As a boss, do you think you're a good listener? When somebody has a complaint, they bring it to you, do you hear it or are you dismissive?
Absolutely.
Go ahead, John. I don't know what you want to ask.
Go ahead, John.
I was just going to say, A, there is a lot of fear back there of you, and B...
Well, why don't you do a report on that?
B,
Tell him to come out of the woodwork so I can make him
stupid
not
today,
fear.
too, in an exchange where
God.
he was actually defending you, Scott.
Who?
Lee Garowitz was defending you, and you were calling him stupid.
Lee Garowitz was defending me? Yeah,
yes,
right.
he was.
Right.
Why is that so impossible to believe?
Because I think I remember the conversation. He was asking me, again, he didn't understand my point.
He was defending you when you had your wall of silence kick us out of the control room earlier today.
When did that happen?
When Ganji stood up and goes, "Okay, I think you guys got enough. We have a show to film." Now he's news director and he's telling us when we have enough.
Well, maybe you should know the line when there is
There is no line here. When it's somebody else.
When I'm trying to direct Howard, I'm not the focus of attention, jerk off.
Oh,
you're directing Howard now.
You are today.
Well, directing the show, JD, idiot.
Howard clearly.
Get a joke, dummy.
Howard clearly said today, very clearly to everybody, that cameras are on. As long as you're working here, the camera is on you.
All right,
period.
so let's pull out all the tape we've got on people. Let's pull it all out.
But what does that mean? We don't need the tape of people. What do
you mean? I thought cameras are always on.
All that Howard said is if something interesting is going on, we have to have the right to shoot it. That's all he said.
Did you once hear that I said he doesn't have that right, or no one has that right?
It's insinuated when, in other words, if you can't do something...
I don't know how to get this through your head.
Hold on a second. You got to listen. If you can't do something on the fly, if you can't do something spontaneous, then yes, there's some controls in place that won't get you what you want.
It does not affect them. They can be on me when they let me know. Scott, we're shooting.
That's the difference. When they let you know, but maybe they can't let you know right away. Maybe they come running in with a camera, and then
most times it's going to be fine.
And quite honestly,
it's not going to be a problem.
Well, that's you talking. That's not a problem for you,
Gary. If Scott says to Howard off air, if he said, "Look, it's a very stressful situation. I have to be like you said. I'm on very much, doing a million things at once. I think I can do my job better if I'm not under that kind of scrutiny."
I think he would take Scott's words and he would go, "Grow up and be like everybody else."
But this isn't about during the stressful situations. Everybody back there says it's about you not wanting to be captured slouching in your chair or in some sort of pose that might not look like you're busily working.
Listen, it is part of my concern. Yes, it is a 5-hour long show.
So part of your concern is the slouching.
Shut up, I was talking.
No, because you can't ever admit something. You just have to steamroll.
I'm trying to explain to you, and you got to cut me off. It is a 5-hour long show, and if I have to be on for a camera all 5 hours, it'll be crazy. It'll drive me
I
nuts.
don't understand what that means. Are you concerned about the camera catching you slouching?
It's not slouching. No,
well, it is. I've seen it.
Call it what you will.
But by the way, there's nothing wrong with it.
I've seen you do a lot of shit.
Again,
I'm not talking about me slouching.
I just said there's nothing wrong with it. As the show goes on, you get a little tired. You slouch in your chair a little bit. You're still directing the show. Nobody gives a fuck but you. Nobody cares. If I see you lower in your chair,
this is not my issue.
It is no way affecting your ability to direct the show. I'd go, "Oh, he's slouching. Now the show's shitty." I've never said that.
I am trying to do the best job, and if I have to sit there and filter my words and everything I say,
that's what I have to do every day. That's what every one of the shows has to do every day.
When there's a camera on you, you know it. You jerk off. You're not getting this.
That's not always true, and it hasn't always been true.
Well, then I'm fucking putting the camera. I'm gonna put hidden cameras on you. I swear to God.
I'll sue you for all you're fucking worth, asshole.
Why is that?
Because you can't put a hidden camera. You can't put a hidden camera on
I thought it's okay.
We're not talking about hidden cameras.
That's essentially a hidden camera.
No, it's not.
You know what? Can I just say this? The last word on this? Who's stupid now? You're stupid.
I'm smarter than you are.
But Gary, don't you often say, can't you shut your door and say, "Look, this is private. I got to have the door closed, no camera."
And he could say the same thing.
But he doesn't have a door.
No, but he could listen.
And I never
hold on. The camera guys here, the people that we work with, they're humans. They're not assholes. They're very nice guys, and they see sometimes if things are getting out of control, and you put your hand up and you go, "This is not for air." They understand. They're not looking to ruin our fucking lives.
No, I know that.
So I don't always shut my door.
I know you don't, but you always have a door to shut.
But no, I don't, because there are times where the camera's on me and I'm not in my office.
And Benji,
I don't have a door to shut.
And when there's a girl making in the studio, their door is shut. They have a door to shut. It can be shut. But I just wanted to ask
Scott. Why don't you get another door, like right behind you?
I wanted to ask Scott.
I think I'll have to.
A quick question. When the whole thing went down with Gary nodding off at his desk, and the whole discussion came up, and then there were talks of some sort of tape of him playing solitaire, and you guys immediately denied it. All of Howard TV denied it.
Yes, I did. I was protecting Gary. But I
I know where it came from, and I know who did it. I was doing it right here on the wrap-up show. I know who shot it. I know exactly how it all went down.
I have it from your office.
Oh, good.
See, that's the thing. Like he's holding on to these things,
right?
Denying them.
I'm protecting you. What do you mean?
Don't,
when someone's
don't
questioning
protect me,
anything,
brother. I don't need your help, and I don't need your protection.
All right.
And I've been doing. Listen, I've been doing the show for a long time. Like you said, Scott, it's a 5-hour show.
Yeah.
So once in 28 years, I close my eyes for a minute. It's a 5-hour show, man. Let's. Why don't you afford me the same courtesy? Let me have the camera on you so that when you don't know, and I promise you I won't use it. Let me put the camera on, and I promise you, Scott, I'll never use it on air.
Turn yours back on.
I'm just saying, I promise you I'll never use it.
Turn yours back on.
I would. I'll go that way. I'll go down that road with you.
All right.
I can outlast you any day of the week.
On, and you can have a camera on me the whole time.
Let's do it.
All right.
Game on.
All right, let's go.
Scott, I want to understand your argument because we were talking a little off air, and apparently I didn't. I thought you were saying the nature of your job is why the camera rule, the 24/7 camera rule, doesn't apply to you. And you said that's partially
There is
right.
no 24/7 camera
Well, when you're
rule.
here.
I'm simply saying, yes, there is a small element of that. Because of my job, I'm very vocal. I have to, I am doing a lot of things. I'm not just sitting at my desk like some of these other guys. So that's a small piece of it. But because of my environment, the darkness of it, there is no camera light. It's essentially a hidden camera, and I don't think anyone here would like a hidden camera on them.
May I respond to that? Because we talked about this a little bit.
Gary.
We talked about this a little bit during the break. Scott said that the camera has a light on it, and that we always know. We have the luxury of knowing when there's a camera on us. And, John, you can attest to this, too. That's just not the case. There's many times where we'll be talking to somebody, and you'll turn around and there's a camera on you. That's what your camera guys are good at. That's what they should be good at. It's their job to sort of find some
stuff.
stuff.
But it's different, Gary. You're having a conversation with someone. You've got to expect that that's going to happen. If it's a conversation that's interesting, if you're talking about something about the show, it's not like,
But tell me what it is, because that's the point. I don't know what it is that you don't want. No, hold on. I don't know what it is, but I want to get the straight answer. I don't know what it is that you don't want people to see that might be seen. I'm not understanding it. I'm being genuine.
Why don't you want a hidden camera on you 24 hours a day?
It's not a hidden camera.
All right, well then
it's
why?
Not 24/7.
If you don't understand, maybe you can explain what you're asking me. Why would you not want a camera on you the whole time?
It's not the whole time. No one ever said let's put a camera on you the whole time. No one's ever said that, but you.
But it's the same thing.
It's
is
not
what
the
I'm
same
saying.
thing.
I don't know when it's on, so essentially it's always on.
May I explain the difference to you? The difference.
No, there is no difference. You understand that statement I just said?
Hold on a second. May I explain? The difference is if I put a camera on you, hidden camera, all day, I can now go back and pick through the 6 hours the best moments. If I put a camera on you when I need it for a second, then that's that. And that's a big. Do you understand the difference?
So then let me ask you this. Then let me put a hidden camera on you that I won't record on all the time. I'm only going to record every so often. Is that okay?
Here's why the hidden camera thing is bullshit. There are no hidden cameras here. There's everyone.
In essence, it is.
Everyone
I'm hyper focused on the monitors. I can't look around.
Again, you're just going to yell, but it's not true.
But
everyone operates under the premise that there's always a camera on. So you can't have a hidden camera in a place where there's 20 cameras. It's like we are a Big Brother.
Gary,
there's no hidden cameras.
No, Gary. I'm in a control room environment. I'm hyper focused on the monitors.
And I'm hyper focused on my
show. No, you're not. You're hyper focused on fucking Sporkle and all that shit. But when I'm sitting there trying to watch all that stuff, I don't have time. I don't necessarily see things in my peripheral view.
And again, I said that sometimes we're doing things and we don't see it either.
Sometimes, but all I'm asking is that I would like to be in control.
So I would like a tap on the shoulder when I'm in the middle of something heated that the TV guys think are interesting. Tap me, ruin the moment.
There's a light on you. There's a light on you.
I just told you the light doesn't count because we don't always see it. So tap me on the shoulder and ruin the moment.
I tell you,
for television.
I've never once having an argument with someone asked them to tell me. It's when I'm sitting there watching Howard have an argument with someone. I'm directing the show.
So what's the downside? What is it? I would be.
I just want to know when I'm on.
If I were you, I'd be more upset getting during an argument. I don't understand the downside of you doing your job. If you're doing it good, you should want it. You should want it shot 24/7.
Let me put a camera on you, and I'll just turn it on.
You guys,
why?
you
It's the same fucking thing.
No, you guys are going in circles here,
Yeah,
and we have like
exactly.
the entire staff in the room right now. Jason, what do you have?
What I have is a picture of me at my desk. As you can see, I'm clearly paying attention, hyper focused on all my monitors. I have a headset on. I have no mirror
Hyper-focus on that cheeseburger
in front of me. So
and
I
your
don't
fucking
know.
antidepressant pills. Take some more, pal.
Listen, if anyone could use them, it could be you.
I'm not depressed. I'm great.
Scott, let Jason finish. Go ahead.
So my question is, how am I supposed to know? There's no light that I would know that if the camera's on me. I don't know how I'm supposed to know when I'm being filmed.
Fair question, Scott.
No, but it's just
Scott. It's a fair point.
Because you don't like Jason doesn't mean you should dismiss it.
It's going to happen from time to time.
Right.
It's different.
That's why
can
it's
I
different.
get a tap on the shoulder when somebody comes in to
What's
film
the difference?
First of all, I don't even know what that shot is.
Scott,
it's one
Scott,
still shot. What does
roll
that
it back.
show?
You just
why
said,
why was he shooting
Guys,
you?
hold
What
on
were
a
you
second.
doing?
What's
what
the
were you
difference?
doing?
Sometimes they just come in and shoot.
Oh, I'm sure someone just wanted to shoot you while you're tapping on your keyboard. I'm sure.
Yeah,
that's
it happens
why.
all the time.
Maybe the camera was panning by or wanted to see
It
your big,
happens
fat
all the time.
body. Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe it was panning by. Maybe sometimes it pans by
That's
you.
different.
Why is it different? Why is it different? Come on, explain.
Just say it. You're special. It's your special.
It's
Just say it.
What did you
You're
say?
special. That's why it's different. You're special.
Scott, Scott, over here.
Special retard.
Why is it different?
I've said it 1,000 times. No one wants a hidden camera here. I don't either.
Doug Goodstein, part of the blue wall of silence here.
Absolutely.
You want to back up Scott? What do you want to say?
Of course he does.
Well, there's one. Well, no,
You do. You really you defend him a lot.
because I see it more than anyone. One thing that Scott's doing a terrible job defending himself is that the times that there isn't a camera on, nothing really happens.
Nobody's saying that.
Right.
He's insinuating that by saying I don't want. He's telling us he doesn't want us to see something that he can't explain what it is.
But
so we will think maybe there's something wrong.
Right, and that's where I think he's doing not a good job. There's nothing that really happens when the camera's not on, which is more times
Well,
than
that's
it
not
is
true,
on.
Doug, because every morning there's some huge fight over the intercom with him and Will, so there's something happening.
Oh, that is such a lie. It hasn't happened in a year.
It happened
Bullshit.
today.
If those fights
not.
engage, they usually play camera.
I haven't
We'll
done
fight,
shit.
talk,
I've played solitaire in a year,
Well,
Scott.
where's fucking Will? Tell him he's wrong, the asshole.
I sit next to him every day.
I think you're wrong.
No,
we don't fight. First of all,
fight,
Steve
okay.
does the phones most than I do.
Back and forth, back and forth.
did
Oh,
not.
hey now. Hold on, Scott.
Who was that?
Calm down.
I saw it in the reflection of Scott's head.
It's the only thing that got this room
I think it was
quiet.
Allie Landry.
Will,
Yes.
Will, go ahead.
No, I mean, what else did I have to say?
Well, no, I thought you were backing up Scott on this.
No, I'm saying we don't fight all that much on the monitor.
But what do you think?
Anymore.
But what do you think
Anymore.
about what Scott's saying about having the camera on him? Do you think that's fair, or do you think he's?
I think if you work here, you have to assume that a camera's going to be on you at all times. It's particularly when you're fighting with somebody.
And can I say something to Doug?
That's different. I do expect it when I'm fighting
Well,
with
wasn't
someone.
the other day when you
That's
and Lee were in the
different.
hall fighting? There was no camera out there.
I
that's
didn't
what I
tell
thought this was
anyone
about.
not to.
Well, when I was running around trying to find a camera guy, they were all shaking and making
Dude,
excuses.
I have never once told anyone not to shoot something. Gary has, and everyone else
Isn't
has.
this what this
I've
is all
never
about?
once.
I want to say something to Doug.
Yeah, go ahead.
And this is when I talk about what I joke around as a blue wall of silence. A lot of times you'll come to me in the morning and say, or somebody will come to me and say, oh my God, you missed it. Will and JD were mixing up in the hallway. I got a great piece of tape. Jason and Tim were yelling in the hallway. Gary and Ross were fighting. I got a great piece of tape. I never, ever get a piece of tape of what goes on in that control room. And if you're telling me that nothing ever happens, then you're full of shit.
It happens, but
you don't tape it because you protect yourselves.
Not all the time.
The argument that
I
Lee
could come
and
up
I
with
had
tons of
wasn't
different
even raised
examples.
voices. It would be
Just
more.
today, I put up a note
Well,
that
Lee-
Ganji and Shuli started fighting.
But Shuli's not one of your people.
Right.
Ganji is.
That's
Right.
different.
And Ganji was coming
It
to
is
your
different.
aid. And Ganji was coming. And Doug,
And
you're
Ganji's
coming to
bald
his
and
aid, and he doesn't even trust you. He said on the record he doesn't trust you.
That's okay.
So you're going to defend a guy who has no trust in you.
And here's a question: are you being hypocritical, Scott? Because I overheard you talking
I
about.
don't even know anything.
I heard you.
My fucking head is
Can I finish the question? I heard you talking about a number of clips that you would like to release, incriminating clips involving Gary, John Hine, and others. Now, were those clips acquired
The John
via
Hine
hidden?
one, I don't have that clip, but I have seen him play Sporkle many times.
So here's my question.
Lash out, brother. Lash out.
I heard you. Let me finish my question. I heard you lash out. Your argument is you don't want a hidden camera on you. Now, I heard you lash out and threaten to release these clips of Gary and John. Were those clips taken without their knowledge?
Yeah, the one I know for sure is a camera goes by Gary's office, and he's playing Free Cell or Solitaire or whatever the hell.
So that's being hypocritical because you're saying you don't want cameras capturing you.
I never wanted it.
My point was made.
That is not hypocritical. John, he's saying now that it's happened to him. He said, fine, if that's a policy.
Maybe Benji's so only
No, he's saying now, he says, fine, if you guys say that's a policy, can I release that stuff?
Get it?
Scott, we go in there knowing when I walk in the morning, I know that anything I do can be taped until I walk out of here. That's just the deal that you make when you work here. Jason understands that. Will understands that. Gary understands that, even with the skirmish you guys had.
Am I 1 point lower than you IQ? I still get it.
Let me put a hidden camera on you. If you realize
the
anything,
camera's already there, Scott.
Well, I want to put one 24-hour, and I want to filter through.
But nobody's asking to put one on you 24 hours.
Why is that such a hard thing?
Scott,
you know it's on you. You know. I'm telling you, there's going to be a hidden camera.
And we're telling you it's not hidden. We're telling you a camera is in and out. It's not hidden. It's not 24 hours. A camera will be coming in and out from time to time, like the way we know it's in and out. I know it's not 24/7. It's in and out.
But
like
you
everyone
do realize when it comes on you.
No, we have.
Yes, you do.
I'm speaking for myself. I have my back turned.
Scott,
no mirror in front of me.
Rob doesn't come up. We're going in circles, guys. We're not going to agree on this. Until you sit and do my job, then you might.
Rob doesn't come up to us and tap us and say, "Okay, now we're going to
turn around."
But it's a big, bright environment. If you can't see a camera,
big, bright environment?
It's lit. My room is pitch black.
So when the light's turned on, you should notice when it's turned on. We're in a bright.
For the 1,000th time, there is no light. There is no light. There is no light.
We got to take it.
Scott,
hyperdrive.
Scott,
there is no light.
Hello, Ralph Sorella.
Hey now.
Hey now. This logic.
You know what? Fuck it. I was going to defend you.
Bring it on.
Never mind. You're an asshole.
Bring it on, buddy.
Good luck. No, even though you're attacking me, I still defend you. I think that you're comparing Gary. You're comparing your situation to Scott's. Scott's in a black room. He's got 20 monitors in front of him and a lot coming on him. And as he's saying, he's hyper focused on that. And I don't see what's wrong with when somebody walks into a room, just let him know there's a camera on him.
Let's have the same courtesy.
That's all he's asking.
So I would say,
Gary, you turn on your camera and you can clearly see when somebody walks into your office.
But
no, you can't.
Wait, can I finish?
No, because
he's making a good point.
He's the point that I'm making.
I love the point that you're making. I'm saying that there are times when I am in my office and I have not turned my camera on, and Howard is yelling at me about something on the air, and I'm hyper focused on how to fix it, and I've got my monitor in front of me, and I got to fix it, and Howard's yelling and screaming at me, and there's a camera on me.
Well,
and I
then
have
you're
no
blind
choice.
because
your
door is right to your right.
Because, excuse me, you know that because the door is a foot away from you. Scott's door is 20 feet behind him.
No, I'm going to tell you again, Ralph. There are times when I am. You know where my monitor is that has all the Gary pages on, right? I'm looking there. I don't see the camera behind me. I don't see.
A fair comparison.
And I'll tell you, it is a very fair comparison. I'll go you one better. Sometimes behind me, in between me and the camera, is Sal wearing a mask of me jumping up and down, and I don't know he's there. Wait a minute, hold on. I don't know he's there. It's fun to you. So let's put a guy with a fucking bald mask on to jump up and down and be you without you knowing about it.
It's fine as long as it doesn't interfere with my directing. It's fine.
How could it interfere? I can produce
if I don't see it, then do it. Get a bald guy.
What happens when you see it? Then what happens?
Then it interferes.
I don't really care, to be honest.
I can send Sal with a Scott to Pace mask when you're in turmoil and have him jump up and down, and we can shoot it without tapping you on the shoulder.
Well, if turmoil, it's not fun.
I think if Scott's in turmoil, he'll know there's a camera on him.
I don't know that.
Ralph, you know what our office looks like. Myself, Will, Steve, John, and the interns all have our backs to the office with no door. So again, how is the Scott situation different? I'm hyper-focused on my monitors with my headphones on.
Exactly.
That's not true, Ralph. Come on.
It's a bright room. That right there.
What does that mean? It's a bright room that doesn't put eyes in the back of my head.
Exactly.
You could see it. You know when the camera's in. You know when the camera comes in.
Let's see.
And you're in a big open environment. It's different. It's just different. You guys just don't like Scott, and it's an opportunity to kill him.
Ralph's making a lot of sense. Ralph is making a lot of sense.
Let the cameras go on you and see how many shots you like.